and then we're gonna see once it actually like hey, oh my god, it's actually like taking everything. And then once I see the actual connection, hey, yeah, we are actually live. Uh,
Live on YouTube?
on YouTube actually.
Nice.
Yeah, and the want to know the best part about YouTube?
What's
We can
that?
ignore the chat.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like the chat here, I don't even have it up. I have it minimized in a way, so I don't even see it. So yeah. Anyway, hi everybody. This is the inaugural podcast of the Papa Pals podcast. Is what I called it. How do you like that name?
Nice. I dig it.
You take it? Of course you would. I'm Blacktie
Damn
Black
right.
Suit, and this is Papa Curl. Say hi.
Hello, everybody. I'm
Oh,
Papa Curl, as previously stated. Happy
yeah.
to be here.
Yeah. And this podcast is just us. This was if you've seen the other podcasts I've done, they're more structured. This is the talking shit podcast, I would say.
Okay, I'm good with that.
You're
I'm good
good
with
with
that.
that? You're good with
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I
So
had no idea what you were trying to do here. Like, I brought up the animes thing, made sure that that's what I was
yeah.
streaming on Discord in case, like, you wanted me on there or something.
Oh,
But this is, I love this. I do love this.
yeah, this is like usually I would just have a picture or once I get a logo up, that's all
I
that's
can
gonna be.
even I can send you a copy of my emote if you want to put it on like the screen or something.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
that's all I can offer you, really.
Yeah, no, it's for the most part it's very gonna be like dry bones, but let's be behind inside
Let's
baseball
be
here.
real. The content is going to be amazing, so we
Oh,
don't need to flare it up with anything else.
you
It's us.
know, you're so right. It was literally just a way to boost our Twitch streams, is kind of what these podcasts are for. Easy,
Nice.
cheap content that I can throw out once a week. So, Parker, I asked you to do this like months ago. I think so, like 2, 3 months ago back. Something,
Yeah,
something.
maybe feel like maybe two. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it was initially when I first heard about James Gunn taking over DC, and you're the only DC fan I know.
Really?
Well, there's
Well,
Spummy, but you're
this
more.
right? He plays all the games,
He
like
likes
the Batman
Batman.
game.
He likes Batman.
Oh, but he's not an overall fan of the whole. Yeah, okay, I
No.
get you. Okay.
Yeah. So Spummy's just getting into it, and but you and I like that. That's kind of like, I don't know. We have this kinship of like, yeah, we like DC,
Oh
and
yeah.
so I started writing a thing where it was like, oh, what would a good DC cinematic universe look like? And I was gonna call this Notes to James Gunn, but the reality is, I called this episode, and I'll send it to you later, once it's out there. If you're not already seeing the live thing, it's James Gunn, why you do this? Because today he announced his equivalent of Phase One of the next DC cinematic universe, and
Yeah, I actually watched it after you sent that to me.
before I tell you my thoughts, what do you think?
The titles he chose to go with to start his whole new shared universe.
Yeah.
I was a bit like, really, out of everything you picked those people or those people,
Thank you.
really?
Thank you. I was like, okay, have you ever crapped yourself so hard you heard the NES DuckTales Moon theme?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that. Thank you, because no one else understood that to me today. Understood me when I said that today at work. But that's how I felt. I was just like sitting there like crapping myself with out of anger the whole time. Like, what are you doing? This is terrible.
Yeah.
I felt bad. So, Bob Curly, are you ready to hear me rant about a lot of dumb stuff for the next whatever?
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
go.
let's go. All right. So, well, first let me actually take a gummy. You go up. Whatever, this podcast is 420 friendly, y'all.
Yep, yep. I've
Y'all.
also got a beer. I've only got a 6-pack, so it's not going to be too crazy, but I am
I
sipping on some burr.
Okay. I thought about getting a beer for this, but then I'm like, well, let's see. Let's just see how it goes first. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because he said straight up right at the beginning something that made me really mad, that he's going to ignore Matt Reeves' Batman.
I mean,
I
I'm
I
not
am
I'm not really mad about it.
I am
I'm not
pissed.
gonna lie.
I really what you did you watch it? Did you watch that movie?
That's the one with Twilight in it, right?
Yes.
I mean, like, you know what I meant.
I know
It's
what you
Robert
meant.
Patterson, but
I
still,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
He was
it
so
was a good movie. Okay, like I'm not sitting here saying trash the movie saying it was bad, but it was just a fucking them out. They just too many stories in one, and they fucked up the best parts of both. So
Really,
yes, really, it's a fucking year one mixed with Hush,
it
and they
was.
fucked both.
I
And
thought it
I'm
was
just fuck.
year two, but with like the flavor of year one. That's like
No, it was year one. They said, "Oh, this is the second year," in like the first 15 minutes of the movie,
yeah.
just so they could say it wasn't year one, but it was fucking year one.
I agree.
Meeting
I
Catwoman
agree.
like that, failing at doing his job, not knowing who the bad guy is, all that is year one.
Oh yeah, I
100%.
agree. I agree. It should have just been called Batman Year One, and they would have made a lot more money.
Yeah, and then they fucking hyped up the whole like unknown bad guy even more than it was in year one to the
Yeah.
levels of Hush, and they had like Thomas Elliot in there. That's the Hush, like he's
Yes.
only in Hush. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
and
get
the
that.
very ending scene, which I won't go in too deep, I guess, in case anybody hasn't seen it.
Oh
Any
no.
spoilers here?
There's always going to be spoilers here. I think this is a spoiler-full zone. If you're watching this and you don't want spoilers, uh, go to a less smart, intelligent podcast like the Joe Rogan podcast,
Yeah.
and and then deal with that. No,
So
we are smart.
okay, so the ending when the Riddler says it was you all along, or like it was me all along, I did this for you, join me, and he's just like, no,
Nah. Yeah.
and he's like, I got it wrong, and he freaks out. That pissed me off so fucking bad because Hush did
Really.
it way better. Yes,
Oh yeah.
and
Hush did.
Hush,
Hush did it.
Riddler is the bad guy. He's the over big
Yeah.
bad that no one knows about,
Yeah.
and it ends with him locked up. Batman standing next to him, just like in the movie. And
Yeah.
I thought that if they would have just done this, I would have loved this movie. And Riddler was like, "Yeah, I know who you are, motherfucker." And then he's like, "And you can't stop me. I'm gonna tell everybody." And Batman just looks at him. He's like, "No, you won't." He's like, "Why? Why won't I do that?" And he's like, "Because a riddle everybody knows the answer to isn't worth a shit." And the
Yeah.
Riddler just is like, "God damn it," and knows that he can never tell anybody about it, or else it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And
I think.
instead, Riddler is just like, I did this so you'll be my partner. I still don't know who you are. And it has a tantrum when he says no. Are you fucking kidding
I
me?
agree.
Like, get the
That was a
fuck
little
out of
much.
here.
That was a little much. But I
But again,
still.
it's a good movie, and I'm not mad that I watched it, and I probably
Yeah.
will watch it again eventually. You know what I mean? It is
Yeah.
Batman, and I do like Bat. You know what I mean? So it's not bad.
Well,
It's just
because.
I'm not mad if they say we're gonna start over on Batman.
Oh, I'm pissed because Phase One, the first movie, is The Batman by Matt Reeves.
Yeah, but it it could still be like the
Yeah.
same Batman. Well, I mean, they said they're not gonna pay attention to it, so I guess not.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
No,
completely gone.
I'm pissed off about that Batman for a completely other reason.
Okay.
Complete other reason.
Well, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it a little bit better because the Riddler survived the end of that Batman, and I'm gonna bring him back better.
Nice.
Yeah, much better. But that's how Phase One of Black Tie Black Suits DCU starts. Is Matt Reeves Batman, and I don't change a thing.
I was gonna say, as long as you give me Dick Grayson in the next movie or the third movie, then I'm already all on board yours. I have yet
Uh,
to see a Dick Grayson as Robin that I care about.
Dick Grayson will eventually be there, and
Eventually, yeah.
I have a thing I have to prep you for before that.
Because I mean, a little bit, I might be jumping ahead of time here, but like the next Batman movie, they already announced it's gonna be fucking Damien.
Dude,
You skipped
right.
3 fucking Robins,
Dude,
bruh. You
right,
skipped them.
right,
What the
right,
like?
right.
Oh, that pissed me off.
I would that was the when I audibly shouted "Come on" in an empty office and
Yeah, like
realized
don't
it
get me
wasn't
wrong,
empty.
Damien's the shit. I love
Oh,
Damien,
he's so
but
cool.
you don't skip the first 3.
No,
Like,
no.
god damn it.
So that being said, the second movie is
Mhm.
Superman. Is a Superman movie.
Okay, yeah, I
All
get it.
right. So, but it's like, kind of the same vein. It's not Superman year one. We see him in Kansas. No, we're going to skip all that. It's year two of Superman where, like, politics are getting involved. Like, all right, who's this guy? How do we deal? Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I believe that because I mean,
Yeah.
icons like Superman and Batman, you don't always have to do a fucking origin story. You know
No.
what I mean? You can plop them down in like year 2 or year 3. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Where they're established, but they might still be learning a little bit, but they know what they're doing at this point. They're
Yeah. We're
day
Americans.
to
We know
day.
this. We know this.
Yeah.
So,
Like who's Superman? What?
I don't know. Big blue guy. Okay, no. This is what it's going to be like. Lex is going to be head of LexCorp, but also running for, let's just say, I don't know, Congress at this point.
That
Like,
makes sense. In the
yeah,
comics, he was president at one point. So
right. And that will happen in the future. But he's running for Congress.
yeah,
He's
stepping
he
block.
he's evil, and his company makes Metallo. Do you know who Metallo is?
Yeah, I know who Metallo is. I paused. I'm trying to remember how the fuck he was really made. I don't.
Uh,
I know Lex didn't create him. I don't think, but
he in the animated series from the '90s he does, and that's what I
yeah,
would
in the
pull from.
animated. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm trying to remember if I can remember the actual comic book. Like he's one of those people I just knew existed. I never actually
the cool.
researched where he came from.
So he was a hitman hired by Lex in the animated uh, series that dies, but Lex brings him back as a robot powered by kryptonite. So he just walks up to Superman. Superman falls over, and he can't fight this robot because Superman can normally tear up robots. And I kind of want it to be like Lex is trying to say, this is how I'm going to solve the Superman problem, get elected with extremists, people who hate superpowered individuals, that kind of thing. So you can use that as an allegory for our political life if you want, or just have it be cool. And
Right.
Superman proves Lex wrong that of like he's just going to kill this individual by not killing Metallo and sending Metallo to the Phantom Zone. And Metallo meets Zod there. So Superman already took care of Zod, but now it's like Metallo and Zod are teaming up in that after credit scene. Like, hey, how are we gonna fight Big Blue? And Lex and Superman have that great meeting of Superman's like, I'm watching you, Lex, and Lex can't really do anything about it, and Superman can't really do anything about Lex, and that's kind of how it ends. But it would be
Yep.
more of like, do the ends justify the means? Would be the theme of that movie.
Yeah. No, I like it. A
Yeah.
lot of stuff ends like that with Superman floating outside of his fucking window and Lex just
Yeah.
sitting there sipping his glass like you can't touch me and he's like I'm watching you though. You fuck
Yes.
up and I'm on your ass. You know what I mean?
That would
Like
be
that's a
that would
great
be it.
way.
Yes,
Yep.
that would be perfect. Now since Batman has already been cast with everything, who would you cast as Superman?
Oof.
Yeah, right.
How so he's like what 25 at this point
I
ish?
I would say younger but looks older.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um
Like we can have an older actor, but he would say to like Lois, "I'm only like 22" or something like that, and it would be like this
yeah,
shock.
no. I'm just trying to think of who I would even see in there because I'm not keeping up to date with all these new movies and all these young actors.
Right. It doesn't have to be a
Um,
young actor. It could be anybody. It could be anybody. Like I was like, oh god, I'm at first Google of the podcast. Holy crap. Uh, let me
hmm,
see here who it was. So, if possible, a younger Gabriel Machit is
I
what
have
I
no
would.
idea who that is.
Look up Suits cast, and he was Harvey Specter.
Yes.
Yeah, the main character. Well, one of the two main characters.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah, see that
Yeah, see
freaking
it. That's a good
jawline?
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And like if you look him up, he is basically Superman but with an edge in the show. Like he can lie and do stuff like that. We wouldn't have him do that, of course, in this cinematic universe because Superman's going to be the Boy Scout. He is. He's going to have zero flaws until the end. He's going to be
right.
perfect. That's what I want. I want comic book Golden Age Superman against our world. Like that's what I want. Like the nice guy, the one who actually does take a cat out of a tree. That dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we would have to give him blue contacts though.
See, if I was writing like just a Superman movie, you know who I would put in it just because no one has the balls to do it, and it's so easy to make a movie about.
Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor?
No, Mitzpidlick.
Wait, who?
Mr. Mitzpidlick.
No, you wouldn't.
I would. You could write a whole fucking movie and do absolutely nothing but just do crazy shit. Because like,
Ah,
there's so little you can do to Superman minus kryptonite. You know what I mean?
I was going to.
Magic and that guy.
Well, the giant living red sun that has a personality, Zod,
Yeah. No,
um,
Red Sun's lack
Brainiac.
of sunlight, which is meh.
Yeah,
But
Brainiac.
Brainiac still, he just overpowers him. It's not like he's stronger in any way.
Oh,
He just floods him with the fucking more machinery than he can do anything with.
wait until I tell you how I bring Brainiac in. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be
It's gonna
great.
be like a fucking Jarvis thing with Marvel in it. It's gonna be like the
No,
AI for the Fortress of Solitude goes rogue.
nah. That's great actually. Hold on. No, but maybe. Damn you.
When you read comics a lot, you kind of
Yeah.
just pick up on the vibes of where stuff goes.
Yes, it's like that's actually better than what I thought. Shoot, that's better than my idea. I hate you. All right, the next movie's Green Lantern, but
Yes.
it's Hal Jordan during the Korean War.
I don't. What? He's not even
Yes,
that old.
I know. Here, like he chases something in the sky. It turns out that's Parallax. It takes him through a wormhole. He goes trains as a Green Lantern, comes back in modern day. But the
You
whole
lost
thing,
me.
okay,
Lost me.
Parallax is actually a entity being studied by the North Koreans, and it drew the first Green Lantern to Earth. That Green Lantern gets shot down by some AA fire. Hal goes out to check. That's how he gets the ring, and he's taken into space to be trained. Due to relativity, comes back modern day, and fights Parallax in the modern day.
Man.
What? That's
I
how
mean,
you.
it's a cool concept.
Well,
Don't get me wrong.
think about this. What did they do with Captain America in the MCU?
Yeah, whatever. That's not the point. The thing that I'm sighing at
Yeah.
is Parallax is the big bad like 30 years after Hal Jordan started his career. Using him in the very first movie in an intro, like this is exactly what the fucking is wrong with the original Green
Oh
Lantern
yeah, no,
movie.
that one is bad.
Like
I'm
they jumped so far ahead. Like Parallax was Hal Jordan was already the best Green Lantern that ever existed. He already saved the universe. He already did all this shit. And then 10 years later, we figure out the white strip in his hair is because he was possessed by the fear demon this entire time. That was insane. But like, you can't just do that in the first movie. You got to build up to that's
but
can't.
you can have it when he comes back or save the day. Somebody like an officer, somebody who you set up in the beginning who was known and loved, have that white hair strip for 20 years. And then that's, Parallax's herald or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. Oh man, if you're gonna side this one, you're gonna hate what I'm doing to Batman Long Halloween.
No, it's fine. Like I can bear a whole bunch of stuff. It's
No,
just
I
there's
don't want
some
you to bear. I want
stuff.
you to.
It's just like ugh.
The
But
reason why
it did sound like a really creative movie, and I would watch it. You know what I mean? I'd probably
yeah,
like it. I'm just
I
saying.
I
Hashtag not my
literally
Green Lantern.
no, don't worry. I bring John Stewart in later. I do as well.
That's
So
fine. Give me some Kyle Rayner though, and
I
make
was
Hal Jordan. Don't make him a
oh
fucking mix of every fucking Green
straight
Lantern
up.
out there.
But I hate Kyle Rayner, and I was going to kill him as a joke.
Whatever. Still get to see him if you kill him off.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like he comes in, I'm here to save the day, and like something stupid kills him.
Yeah, yeah. Kyle Rayner is basically what Hal Jordan acted like in the original movie.
100%.
Like crybaby, scaredy cat. That's Kyle Rayner. It's never Hal Jordan. Ever
No.
Hal Jordan.
No, and I wanted to set up Parallax this quickly to get like the galactic scale of the universe set up, and it could be that, and this isn't set in stone. How would you feel about Parallax working for Darkseid? How would you like that?
It would be a hard pill to swallow. You'd have to sell it good.
Like,
I mean, it's not unbelievable because
Yeah.
Darkseid is Darkseid, but Parallax is one of those things. It would just tell him to fuck right off.
oh,
It's a literal
100%.
entity.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like almost a god. It's
yeah.
a force of nature. Yeah, it's a force.
I,
You
I
know what
would
I mean?
I would
Like,
say that then that's
he
how you
doesn't
would
team up.
that's how you would describe it. Like the bad guys were trying to figure out how to control this force of nature. Hal realizes it can't be done and sends it in a different direction so that way you can bring it back later if you want. Kind of like Galactus.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. All right. So now Batman Long Halloween. This is the one I was worried about telling you about.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay. So Joker has a boom tube, but thinks it's a bomb, and Batman must train a Robin for assistance.
Yeah.
Okay, the Robin he trains is Jason Todd, not Dick Grayson.
Fuck off.
There's a reason.
As long as he has been Robin and is just left and is on his way to become Nightwing, that's fine. But if you fucking just ignore him, you suck.
I'm just switching the order of introduction. That's
Well,
that because everyone wants to kill Jason Todd and get Red Hood. Everyone wants to do that, but no one likes the setup to do that because he's annoying as hell. This time, we're
Yeah.
gonna have the setup. We're gonna have the time to sit with him, and we can. It just, I think it would work better to bring him in now to bring him in as Red Hood later.
But see, the one thing that I think it hurts
Mm.
is if Batman's first Robin died, I don't think there would have ever been any more Robins.
Okay.
The only reason he went back was because he knew, like he already raised Dick and he trained him to be the best Robin ever. He
Yeah.
knows it's possible. He knows what it's like when he has the help, and he knows it can be done. They just parted because he went through puberty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. He got all bossy and he didn't like it. So he's like, "Fuck you, Dad. I'm out."
Well,
Like,
would you
but
see that? Would
I don't see him going and training somebody else if his first attempt ended in him getting killed.
I'm
You know what I
glad.
mean? He would have hung it up
Oh,
altogether.
100% agree with you. But would you say Matt Reeves' Batman would go back and not retrain somebody?
Absolutely. I don't even know if he trained the first one. I don't know if Twilight's got it in him.
Right. That's the whole thing. This would kind of be like his next step. He would try his best. And when this one is killed, let's just say the next Robin is forced upon him, not really trained. Yeah, see, this is the one I knew I would lose you on. This one I knew for a fact I'd
Because
lose you on.
it's just like you're skipping it. Because like,
No,
when
no,
Jason
I'm not
died,
skipping
Tim forced himself on Batman. Like that's what happened. Batman
Yeah.
didn't want a third. Tim basically took the job.
Yeah, and well, we're gonna get to the other Robins soon, but I knew this was going. This is where you will lose my trust for the rest of this thing. Is this one? Also, it opens up
We all
with.
have opinions. It's fine.
But opinions can be wrong. I get it. I get it. Now it does open with Batman on a date with this chick named Diana.
Okay.
Yeah.
I buys it.
All right. Cool.
I
Just
hope it's
making
Wonder
sure.
Woman.
Oh well. Huh. Shoot. Yes, it is.
Good.
It's 100% Wonder Woman. She's
They bone in comics all the time. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
one of her booty calls. I get it.
Yeah, and this is the way to introduce her. Just
Yeah.
as like quick, 5-minute introduction, her asking about the Batman and him kind of like talking on just like a dinner date. Because she's like a diplomatic envoy for
Oh
the
yeah, and he's
Amazons.
Bruce Wayne.
And
You know
so-
what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah.
I can totally see them meeting up in their, you know what I mean, business life. That's Bible, very Bible. I like
Yeah.
it.
But by the end of Batman Long Halloween, Joker kind of wins and blows up the bomb, which is actually just a boom tube, which sets up Cyborg as the next movie.
Nice.
So the boom tube explodes but closes. He doesn't keep it open because he's the Joker. He's not a parademon. And where it explodes is at the Central City versus Gotham High football game.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and Cyborg was, the quarterback, and Victor Stone, and he loses half of his body, and he's taken back to Star Labs. And as they're doing experiments on him in Star Labs, one of the lab assistants accidentally gets hit and becomes the Flash. Okay,
That's fine. Flash didn't have a really extraordinary origin, anyways. But it's not right.
Yeah.
It's not like lightning struck a fucking police lab he was working at. and
That to
a
me
bunch of
made
chemicals
no
put
sense.
on him.
Yeah,
It does later on. In Flashpoint,
Yeah.
it's confirmed that he's the lightning bolt that struck the office to make sure that.
But
got
the
his
lab
powers.
equipment in a police office never sat well with me, ever.
Yeah, but the whole point was the lightning bolt was the Speed
was the
Force.
Speed
It wasn't
Force.
just
Yeah.
it was himself doing it, which took him like 50 years to fucking tell us that.
Oh, 100%. And I just want to bury that lead by having him be like, already in the science. So that way it's like, boom, like these two characters are kind of grow up buddy. He can go out and be like a superhero, and then Victor has to like learn from him as he does it. Like they overcome struggles, one's better than the other, but then they come out to defeat, I don't know. I don't have a villain for this movie. What's a cyborg villain?
For what, Cyborg?
Yeah.
He's fucking Teen Titan, bro. I'm still pissed they fucking rewrote him into the Justice League, and they did that in the comics, so I can't even be mad at the movies.
Yeah.
But still, he's always been like even the animated movies. Like at the end of one of them, Cyborg shows up with pizza. He's like, "I feel better with you guys than I do with the Justice League."
I remember.
Yeah,
That one
just
was
like goddamn
good.
right you do. You're fucking Teen Titan, bro.
Oh,
Stop.
how about
Stop
Hive?
pretending.
How about Hive?
Yeah, it could be Hive. Could be the Blood Organization. You know what I mean?
Ooh, well, yeah. Actually, those would be good.
Yeah, brother. That's just the normal Teen Titan ones.
Hmm. Yeah, that one's always hard. That one's always hard. I
Oh, in the show, they always like to put like Gizmo with him. It's got to be like a tech base or a super science guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
To go
Gizmo.
against the tech.
I would say we would make Hive kind of like a crappy version of LexCorp and Wayne Tech, like really crappy, like
You could
die.
even fucking make it against LexCorp for God's sakes.
Well,
Lex sees this extraordinary technology running around. He thinks it can make him
yeah,
be able to take on Superman. So he's trying to kidnap him and study him and
sends Gizmo in to do it.
recreate.
Yeah,
Hires Gizmo to do it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I could
yeah,
totally see Lex fucking doing that.
that would be perfect. Actually, see, this is why we need to do this more often. That makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking.
And it'll lead into the next Superman movie, or at least give you some more insight on Lex, which will definitely be in more
Oh,
Superman movie. You know what I mean?
that is perfect. Holy crap, James Gunn, are you listening, dude?
Yeah,
Hire us.
that's how you create a shared universe. God damn it!
You don't just say Swamp Thing because it's cool. Oh God,
Yeah, but Swamp Thing is cool. I really hope they do him justice. Oh my
I
god,
do
he's
too.
so good.
Like it's like he's perfect. Anyway, I love me some Swamp Thing. The next movie's Justice League in the end of Phase One. Steppenwolf somehow sees the boom tube like on his sensors or whatever. And is like, yo, Earth, and comes after it. And during this, Atlantis and Amazons are having a conference in Metropolis for peace between their two worlds, with Gotham across the bay, like in the Zack Snyder Justice League. I like that Metropolis and Gotham were so close, and
They weren't that close. They weren't too
no,
far, but I know that they used to fly. Like Bruce used
yeah,
to fly in his jet over there, so I
oh
can't
yeah.
believe it would just be over the bay.
But in like the most recent the Zack Snyder Justice League, they were
Yeah, no,
literally
I
a
saw it.
bridge
No,
away,
yeah,
and
the
I like
Batman
that.
versus Superman one. Yeah, because Lex was
Yeah,
standing across the bay with binoculars.
yeah, I liked that.
Yeah.
I thought
I
that was
liked it
cool.
too. I'm not gonna lie, it was
Yeah,
cool having them that close.
because
But
it's
then
like
again, like, can you imagine Batman being that close to Superman? They'd be fucking stepping on each other's toes the
all the
entire
time,
time.
all the
Yeah, it
time.
would
That
no
is
way.
true. That is
No
true.
way.
Okay, maybe like a state line. I don't know. Like I want
Yeah, they
them
were about a
close.
state away. They were down the coast, but it was like the ocean, if I recall. Like one was in New York, the other one was down in like Vermont or something. Or
Yeah.
I'm horrible at geography, by the way. That Vermont's probably above New York. I don't fucking know. So
Metropolis was New York. Gotham was Detroit.
there you go. Yeah.
So a little bit farther, but like I liked what I liked about that was like Metropolis would be like the wealthy city, whereas Gotham would be the poor one, and it's the poor kid in the wealthy city saving the day, and the rich guy in the poor city saving the day. Kind of like a weird
Yep.
dichotomy there, and they can
Yep.
mention that in Batman v Superman. But yeah, because the Amazons and Atlantis are meeting here, we get to introduce Aquaman and Diana fully into this, and this is where they meet. And this could be the whole love story arc for the entire cinematic universe. Is these two?
Nah. Fine.
Fine.
They won't fucking ever be a couple. Like they even Flashpoint, like they tried, they fucked it
Oh,
up.
dude, the
Like
flat
you know what
that
I
was
mean?
horrible.
They went
That
to
was so
war and
bad.
ruined and killed the Earth because they couldn't fucking get along.
It
Like,
was so bad. It was. Oh, hey, you found the podcast. I just saw the chat.
yeah, I did that like when we started.
Oh, just no, I like it because then I kind of want to start like setting up like Games of Thrones kind of stuff and intrigue and thing between them, and then solve the problem by boning.
Yeah,
That's what I want to do.
I
But
mean, I could see it, but yeah, it wouldn't be a long-term thing.
no, no,
And it'd be like, okay, we screwed. I'm out later.
I
You
I
served your purpose, fish man.
oh
Bye bye.
fish man.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah, which one would be more like okay? So because I would suspect one of these would be the Wakanda of this universe. Would that be Atlantis?
no, it would probably be more of a Themyscira type
Okay. Yeah.
because Wakanda and Themyscira both are actively keeping the rest of the countries out.
Right.
They have their diplomat, aka Black Panther or Wonder Woman.
Right.
But once Aquaman is king and he has good ties with the Justice League, he basically becomes like, an active governor of his country, and like, he has meetings with the UN and stuff. Like so does Diana, but I've seen more people visit Atlantis to see Aquaman than I've seen people go to Themyscira. You know
True.
what I mean?
True.
Themyscira is definitely more like Wakanda in the fact that no one's allowed in unless our superhero brings you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Well, I
Atlantis seems more like, hey, we're here now. If you can figure out how to get here and breathe underwater, you're welcome. But you know what I mean?
yeah,
Just like no
okay.
one can.
I remember watching this like CBS like special about like this group of really conservative Christians on an island who like dress in all black and everything, and only men can go visit there. I was thinking like maybe use that as an example of their hierarchy, but a female equivalent. And it would
Yeah,
be like you have to worship the ancient gods, blah blah, be a woman or you die if the moment you get here. Like
yeah, they swore off bed. Yeah,
okay,
because it's like way back when in the Greek times,
yeah, which
like their whole tribe was like all the men came and kidnapped him and like raped him and sold him to
yeah,
slavery and stuff. I believe is how it went down. And then they got their freedom, and then Zeus, to protect them, gave them the island and made it so they live forever.
yeah,
You know what I mean? As long as they were on
yeah,
the island, and so they do not like men, like for
not
reason, like
at
for real
all.
reasons. They're done with them.
You can't blame them. You can't blame them.
Yeah,
Men
exactly.
suck. Men are the
Yep,
worst.
we
So
really are. It is what it is.
yeah, but like the initial attack could be like above like the equivalent of the UN they're meeting. You okay there? Don't die.
Oh, I just said ow. I hit my knee on the bottom of my table. Anytime something hits me, I'm not expecting it. I say ow, whether it hurts or not. It's a thing.
It's a thing. I do the same
Yeah,
thing. I do the exact same thing in games too. I'll be like, "Ow!" if I get punched.
yeah, me
It
too.
wasn't. It wasn't me. Um, but then like Batman, Flash, Cyborg, Superman, Green Lantern, Amazons and Atlanteans like fighting hordes of parademons, and then Batman realizes, oh my god, there's aliens. What the hell am I doing here? kind of thing. Because you remember the animated movie that I'm ripping off here? Uh,
Justice League War, yeah,
yeah,
it's the new 52's version of the Justice League meeting up. And it was all right.
I liked it.
Again, see back to my original fucking parallax fucking bitching. You don't go straight to goddamn dark side.
No,
What the fuck?
right,
Like, why is that your opener? He's years later. Like, look what Marvel did with Thanos. Like,
right,
maybe at the very end, you hear his name, and then 2 years later, he shows his face, and then
right.
3 years after that, he finally shows up. That's how you treat a big bag of or big bad of that
Exactly,
level. Like, you
exactly.
don't. I feel like, but it is the Justice League, and like they're not going to capture or kill him. You
No,
know what I mean? They're just going to stop him. So I get it
I'm
because
not.
the comics did it, they made it work, but still I don't think personally you should start with that level of
No,
bad.
his eyeballs are the after credit scene. Not even his full figure. Like that. That's it. Like he. Like I'm not even gonna do anything. It's Steppenwolf who sees. Everyone thinks Steppenwolf is it. By the end of it,
Yeah.
they don't realize there's more.
See, if it were me, and this is like just random as fuck,
Hmm.
I would just flip the script on it. The Justice League would be formed because somehow, some way, all of their respective baddies got together and they all showed up to stop him.
Oh,
Like, I
that
would
would be
create the
cool.
Injustice League first by accident. Like, they'd all be at a fucking bar one day and Lex would hire them for a fucking job. You know what I mean? And then when all the individual superheroes show up to stop their arch, they like fuck up because they run into these other heroes and they don't know how to work together. And
That's
then they
kind
got to
of
work together to stop the Injustice. So I would make the bad guy team first, and
okay.
that's the reason. You know what I mean? That way you don't have to
Interesting.
start up with fucking Dark Side. God
Well,
damn it.
yeah. I don't. I
I'm
was
not yelling at you, but
literally
I'm yelling at the movie that's already made.
okay. Oh yeah. No, dude, that was so dumb. Just going full dark side instantly
Yeah, like you
after.
don't have to start big. They
No,
just gave a credible way to do it.
they just did Superman, then they leaped into Batman v Superman, and then they tripped into Justice League. And Batman v Superman wasn't even Batman v Superman. That was Superman Doomsday. with
Yeah, that was another. That's the
oh
big. DC
god,
is always combining fucking stories that are so good on their own that they
right?
ruin them by trying to smash two things. One, like Batman versus Superman was Dark Knight Returns for some reason. Like, why are you starting off with a fucking 60-year-old Bruce?
With the
Like, get the
end,
fuck out of here.
with the
Like,
end
he's
of
already
their story.
retired and coming back. You know what I mean? Like,
It's yeah,
and
that's
then they mix in fucking the first half of Doomsday.
they
Well, they
they
mix
don't
the first half of Death of Superman. Let me
they don't
rephrase
even do
because
it right.
I know, but they got the fucking death in there and the Doomsday popping up, and then they got the other fucking half in Justice League when they revive Superman.
Oh my
You know what
god.
I mean? Like that could have been its whole fucking own movie,
It
Superman dying and being revived.
it has to be
Like,
towards the end too. It can't just oh god, that's anyway, I'm getting mad now, thanks.
yeah, this
Dude,
is comic book movies do this to me.
they do
I
it to me
can't
too.
take them too seriously because they
I
everybody fucks everything up.
I take them way too seriously. That's why I made this giant outline.
Watchmen is the only movie that was ever like really, really close to the storyline, and they still switched the ending, which pissed me off. I understand why they did it, and it's still an amazing movie,
Yeah,
but it's like 95% true page for page
you
until
wanted
you get to the ending.
you wanted the tentacles, didn't you? The
Yeah,
giant.
I wanted fucking them to blame it on aliens. Why'd they have to blame it on Dr. Manhattan?
Yeah, that to me was the
Like,
weird twist for me.
yeah, like what? Dr. Manhattan, like he could just be like, fuck you, it wasn't me, and he could prove it. I'm sure he could prove it. He could probably fucking project a video from his forehead to prove it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yeah.
you say aliens, it is what it is. You just
It
put
was
the
a
fear of God into him.
yeah, it was a freaking alien.
Yeah.
And
Like
oh,
he had already cut ties with humanity and wasn't coming back, so that they did it to like sort of make sure he couldn't come back, but it was
it
he
was
didn't
still
need to. It
stupid.
was already done.
It was so dumb that
Yeah.
ending. So through the Justice League here, sorry, I my segues are like bad.
Fun. I know I keep trailing off, so
You're
I'm
fine.
sorry.
I like it. I that's why you're here. To keep it going is why I like it. So through all this, they win. But I think Steppenwolf should live. Like they don't kill him. He goes back through a boom tube after his forces
Yeah.
are done.
Spoiler alert, fucking people that make movies, you don't have to kill the bad guy in every fucking
Right.
movie.
Right. I don't think I've killed a single bad guy yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for maybe like no, not even well, maybe a character in Green Lantern who is possessed by Parallax. Maybe.
Yeah, no, you can kill off side people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just you can't kill off like arches or
Yeah.
people that come back. Like you can kill red shirts.
At least
You know
not
what I mean?
Yeah, at least
So-
not in the first movie you can't do that. Like you can do
Right. I mean, you can take a little license and kill people later on for sure.
Yeah. So through this Justice League thing, Wonder Woman and Aquaman saw their forces together, saw how well they work together, but also saw like, oh my god, we're both outmatched in their own ways. They think the other side outmatches each other, so they're trying to come to a peace.
There's
But-
too much there that doesn't work.
You're like, what?
First off, Themyscirians would never work with the Atlanteans because they have men.
Right.
They would only work with the women.
Right.
And second off, there's no fucking way on this earth fucking Themyscira would be like, oh no, the Atlanteans are stronger than we. No, they are God's gift to the world. They are the strongest. They don't think anybody else could ever beat them.
You can have Atlanteans saving Themyscira, and then you can have Themyscira also like have tech that outclasses Atlantis. So it could be like a personal thing as well as a hardware thing that they see.
I would see
there's
that
advantage.
flip, actually.
Okay.
I would see Atlantis having the better tech and Themyscira being stronger.
That would work.
That I could buy. That I could buy. They might be jealous of the tech. I could understand that.
Yeah. Something to where there's like, okay,
And even not the majority of them, at least
Right.
maybe one of them, and they
exactly.
like screw it up by being suspicious.
Exactly. Like, but there has to be some way to where they both realize us two ancient powers should at least ally on occasion after we saw these giant freaking aliens come out of nowhere. Like they get it. But during these peace talks, an assassination happens. We could kill Arthur's wife, and it's blamed on, Diana or whatever. And guess who the greatest detective in the world is to solve this crime?
Superman.
Nah, dude.
Shit. Did I miss it?
Yeah, you missed it. By like turn the color contrast down a little darker. No,
yes, we know who the fucking detective is.
yeah, Barbara Gordon. No,
He's like the second best detective.
Like,
So
yeah, it would be Batman. He'd basically be like, he wouldn't be the main character, but he would be like, he'd be the one to figure out it was like Ares or Black Manta or something of that nature.
I mean, they're already in the Justice League at this point, right?
Well, the Justice League is kind of formed. They don't have like,
Oh,
Hall of Justice yet.
okay, but yeah, but
No.
this is after the Justice League movie, or is
Yeah,
the Justice League movie?
after the Justice League movie. This is phase
Okay,
2, Wonder
yeah,
Woman
okay.
versus Aquaman. Wonder Woman
Yeah,
versus
no.
Aquaman.
If the Justice League movie has already been there,
Yeah,
then of course Batman's going to be the detective because he's
right.
on the team. Like just being on the team, even though they're not well established yet, it's enough that he would be more than obvious choice to do this. And he probably volunteer for it.
Yep. And then he would also leave to the care of Gotham, or well, sorry, he would leave Jason Todd to take care of Gotham, and Jason Todd is a little bit harsher than Batman, so setting up kind of something where there's contention between those two later down the road. Like he kills, let's just say, I don't know, Dr. Pig.
It's cool.
You're cool with killing
Cool.
Dr. Pig?
I don't give a fuck what Jason does. It's not my Robin.
Well, I'm gonna bring your Robin in like 2 movies here, all right?
You don't get it. He's the big brother for a fucking reason. He was the first, he was the best, and he's always been there. Like, God damn it, you don't skip him.
I switched the order. I
I
switched
know
the order.
you fucked it up.
I
He's
fucked it.
first. He's
He's
first.
not first. He doesn't have to be
Yes,
first.
he has to be first because he's always there. He's always the one
Yeah.
that reins Batman in.
Yeah.
And you can't do that as the middle child.
True.
He was the firstborn son. He's been there the longest. He's been with Bruce during his darkest times, like when Jason died. You know what I mean? Dick was there and he took over for like when he could and helped him. You know what I mean? Dick is who Bruce would leave the city to, never Jason, or like maybe Tim in his later years, but he'd have somebody else there watch. Like he'd be like Superman, do X-ray vision from Metropolis every 30 minutes, make sure he's okay. He doesn't do that with Jason.
That would
You know
actually
what I
be a
mean?
good setup. Like, hey, can you check on him occasion? And that's when Superman tells him, yo, Jason killed somebody.
Yeah. So like because like so when Batman gets Superman's powers and goes crazy in the comics, Grayson whips his fucking ass in the hotel room and reminds him that he hasn't been in the sunlight in 3 days. And then Batman snaps out of it and breaks his jaw. But still, he on his way flying to the sun to recharge, he's like, I cannot believe Grayson had to remind me of that. And Grayson did better against his one-on-one fight with Batman than the entire Justice League did trying to take him down.
Well, that's just because he knows him so well.
Exactly. Like, and he grabs his fucking cape, whips it around his fucking face, and slams his head into the table. He's like, that's why I don't wear a cape.
It
was so good.
It was
so good.
All right. Well, we'll get to do these Batman discussions. We'll get to another one in a bit here.
One more real quick. The best Dick Grayson moment I ever remember reading was Crisis on Infinite Earths, or Infinity Crisis. Sorry, it was the second one, not the first one.
Okay.
When Superman from Earth 2 is trying to rewrite the entire existence of Earth 1 and bring his world back and kill everybody and replace him.
Superboy.
He has Superboy one. Old Superman almost convinces Batman that he shouldn't stop him because Earth 1 was better than his world. And Batman looks him dead in the eyes like, what about my Dick Grayson? You said everybody on my Earth is a darker version of yours. Is my Grayson worse than your Grayson? And old man Superman looks at him and says, no, he's not. Ooh. And that's what saves the fucking universe.
Well,
literally.
It was probably the one thing why he's like, no, he's not darker, is because that Dick Grayson had a better ass.
Oh, yeah, he has the best ass, confirmed.
Confirmed by Harley Quinn and Gotham Knights.
No, confirmed by every superhero and supervillain. Like, it's the ass. They even have talks like, why does that man have a better ass than the Man of Steel? I don't understand.
It's because he was an acrobat, so he had he worked his glutes in those tights, and
only living human being that can do a quadruple somersault.
Apparently,
the other 3 are dead. His 2 parents and dead man.
True. The next movie,
legit,
yeah. The next movie is The Flash. Finally, his own movie. So Gorilla Grodd escapes. Flash discovers the Speed Force, and Reverse Flash is the one behind.
My opinion of this movie is gonna be based on what you answer next.
All right, what?
What Flash is it?
Oh, it's Barry Allen.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be stupid. Come on.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
At least start with Barry. Okay, Mr. Jason Todd's first Robin. I got to check
there's a
now.
reason why I set that one up. There's a reason why I did that. And it's so you're okay with Flash, Reverse Flash, Speed Force, Gorilla Grodd, pretty cut and
Yeah, yeah,
dry. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I like Flash.
Yeah, okay. Next movie, Batman League of Shadows.
Okay.
God damn it. I haven't read this in like a week, so okay. Batman and Robin, Jason Todd are looking for strange assassinations of public officials, and it's the League of Shadows doing League of Shadow shit. And Roz captures Jason Todd to give him the whole death in the family thing instead of Joker doing it. You with me so far?
Sorry, I was trailing off thinking of how I could fix your Batman movie, but you
All right.
said instead of Joker killing, it's Roz.
Yes.
Okay.
The next line, Barbara Gordon and her husband Dick Grayson assist him in taking down Ra's al Ghul, but in the process, it looks like Jason Todd dies, setting up Red Hood.
Yeah.
All right, give it to me. I feel it. I feel the hate.
No, I don't have any hate. Honestly, you could fix my entire hate for the original Batman with fucking one, like maybe 2 sentences.
What?
Somehow, some way, like when he picks up Jason or when he finds Jason, if you go with the comic or the cliche, when you find Jason stealing the Batmobile tires is when he picks him up.
Yeah.
But basically, you bring him back to train him, and he walks by Dick's old Robin suit.
That would be perfect. That's perfect.
And he stops and he's like, "Wait, who did that belong to?" And Batman looks over, he's like, "Don't ever ask me that again." And they never mention him again ever.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring up his name again, but at least he existed. They left on bad terms, so I can understand, but he still is there.
Well,
and then later you can bring in the history and flashbacks if you want. But goddamn it, don't take him away.
No, the thing is, what I'm doing here is Jason Todd and Batman have only been together, I would say, less than a year by this point. And then he dies. Dick Grayson still has the whole backstory. It's fine. Batgirl finds out about Batman first through her dad. And, he follows her back to the Batcave, whatever. It does something to discover it for himself. And proves that he's a little bit better by doing the whole kicking Bruce's ass thing. So Bruce realizes he needs these two to go stop Ra's. And I know you hate it. I know. I felt the Batman
no one
once.
Kicks Batman's ass. Like there's no way of fucking.
Do
Robin
I have to rewind the VOD?
What?
You explained it. You explained the whole thing. You gave me that ammo.
What ammo? Robin kicking Batman's ass? Oh yeah, no. He kicked his ass because he was fucking drunk on power and hadn't slept in fucking 7 days.
Which the Matt Reeves Batman
even though he was
hasn't.
Superman.
Yeah.
But it's like if you're talking about a one-on-one fist fight when they're both healthy and at their wits' end, the only thing that's going to stop Batman from kicking somebody's ass is Dick Grayson because he's as good as him. Like it's a 50-50 fight. It's just any given Sunday kind of thing. That's what makes him so good. Or he feels bad. Like even when every time he's fought the Red Hood, the only time Hood has got him is when he's A, surprised him, or B, Batman hesitated because he was trying to talk him back over to the good side. Right. Whenever in the fight, Batman decides he's not going to change his mind, he goes into ass whipping mode, and Jason never fucking really stands a chance.
Right. And this is kind of why I wanted to put Dick Grayson here, because at this point now, Batman doesn't trust himself.
I'm worried that because Jason came first, like where's the dynamic for Jason and Dick going? Because Dick was always the big brother that could whip his ass into line if he needed to.
Right.
But now he's the younger brother that doesn't have any clout to tell the older brother what the fuck to do or that he's in the wrong. Like
Dick would be the one to bring him back to the good side, not Batman. Because he's like, look, Batman made a mistake, your death. Look at all the good he did with me. Let him help you again.
Yeah, but that only ever worked in my opinion, because Jason always looked up to Dick. Like he would travel to Bloodhaven and visit him while he was training to be Robin. You know what I mean? When Bruce gave him shit while training him, he had a big brother to look up to which is why they have that emotional bond. If they never met before his death, I don't think Jason would give two shits who this dick kid was.
I would want it to be not just like a brotherly bond. I want it more to be a step brother bond. Like,
Hmm.
oh, I went with mom, death, came back. Who's this guy sleeping in my room? That's kind of what I'm going for. And he has to
Hmm.
come to terms with the world moved on without me and has to let go of that anger. And that's where how he comes back to being a good guy.
See, that's what Tim Drake was for. Just saying.
Yeah, but I don't have Tim Drake in this.
I know.
I don't
You
have
gotta
Tim.
build up to. You haven't even fucking gave me Grayson yet. You better not go to fucking Tim.
No, I am not. I think Tim Drake is just going to be like a side character once I like have Red Hood doing his own thing and Nightwing doing his own thing. Like Tim
No.
Drake will be there, like as kind of filler. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Tim Drake fans. I just don't
No,
like him
I
that
love
much.
the idea of making him into filler. Like, I mean, if you follow the storyline, you have to bring him in eventually.
Yeah,
But throwing him in just randomly just to get his name out there and a little, recognition, like I don't care if it's like a 30-second one movie kind of thing. Like you just
yeah.
pop, you know what I mean? It's
He'll
good for the continuity.
yeah he'll be like War Machine is to Iron Man now, kind of just there, like as a
Yeah,
guy. Like that's
yeah.
that's what I thought of him. But that's why I wanted Batgirl
And
and
being a fucking intern at Wayne Tech.
yes, actually, that would be
You see his
perfect.
fucking, you get the intercom message, Bruce, we need you to sign that plaque for Mr. Tim Drake. He won the award this year. And that's all
Yeah,
you hear is, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, something like that, something
yeah.
stupid. But this is why I wanted to bring Batgirl and Dick Grayson in now, because it's like Batman lost his son but gained a family, kind of thought. Like
Yeah.
that whole thing, because the Matt Reeves Batman was very alone. Like he was very like kind of nothing, and now he's over his head fighting aliens on the regular. He needs some like people from his hometown, Barbara and Dick, to come in and be Barbara and Dick, because Jason Todd was toxic, kind of for him, and that's
Yeah.
yeah. I know. I while
You'll
writing
never
this,
make me accept
no,
it, but I
I
get it. I
I
get it.
know, I know. Like I this entire thing, I'm like he'll like everything except for every time I brought Batman in. like,
Yeah, yeah, no,
I
everything except Todd being first. Like, literally, that's the one thing so far. I can't. That and the Parallax being fucking the first villain. Those
but
facts.
Parallax can come back. Like I'm not gonna kill Parallax.
I know, but that's the whole. He's mysterious. You don't even know he exists for 50 years. Like, it's insane. He's just there. He doesn't get even a name until they give the green one a name. They
Okay.
give Kyle. They possess Kyle Rayner with Ion, make him Ion, which is like
Yes.
the big fish. It was the first creature that willed itself to walk out of water and live on dry land.
It's still
Basically, is what they said.
it's the coolest concept. Yeah. Like
Yeah. So, and then when they did that, they had to give all the rings an entity.
yeah.
And that's when you got the cockroach bug thing. Look, honestly, it looks like the fucking bad guy from Men in Black 1.
It
And
does.
but
It
yellow.
does.
Yeah. Like it's all just fear. It's like it's the bugs that first scared like people whenever we first realized what fear was.
yeah.
You know what I
Some
mean?
silly like that. Yeah. No,
And then
I
when
get
they
it.
fucking when they named it, they had to figure out where it was at, and then they discovered, oh, it's been inside Hal Jordan this entire time. Like
What?
that's why he went crazy and blew up the world and went bad guy.
I still
It,
find that
he
arc stupid.
he I mean, it makes sense in the long run. It's like he would never do that. The only reason he did is because he got possessed and no one knew he was fucking possessed.
I know. I still find it
Like,
stupid. That cover with him and all the Green Lantern ring. I hate that cover so much.
yep. It was because he felt fear for the first time in his life when whatever his name was blew up his city, Coast City, killed
yeah.
everybody in
Yeah.
the city. All of his family, all of his friends. Like it'd be like somebody nuking Gotham and watching Batman just flip his fucking shit.
If you
You know
guys
what I
want to see
mean?
that, look up Flashpoint.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's him being like, okay, enough, and just hits the button. And like 5 satellites blow up the Earth at once.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what he did. He didn't give a shit. He was recreating his city out of fear and stuff. And like Parallax had been hiding in him for 20 years and no one knew. You know what I mean? That was
Yeah.
just the first chance it got to snatch on. And then we didn't even know he was there until later, way later
And
on his
that's
redemption arc.
I know, but that this then we can use Parallax as that. Like we know it's there, and there could be hints. So it's not treating the audience like stupid, like with a Deus Ex Machina of
If you
evil.
don't drop the name Parallax, and if whatever the thing they're studying is yellow glow to it, kind of like, Pulp Fiction briefcase inside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you never say the word parallax or see its entity form. They're just studying
Yeah.
the energy of it. I can buy that.
Yeah, that
I could buy that.
I could do that, but in the open raw notes, I have to say Parallax.
You don't have to. You don't
No,
have to.
when writing the
Primordial
script, we
energy.
don't.
Primordial energy.
But primordial energy. Oh,
Let
goodness.
me put it this way.
Okay.
When Marvel did the Infinity Stones,
Yeah.
how many years did it take us to realize those were stones? They were a cosmic cube. They were something else. You know what I mean?
True.
You
Yeah.
don't name drop that early. Not the big name. You can
I
cover it up with whatever the fuck you want.
I guess you're
Like,
right.
yeah, because they can't communicate with this being. No
I will
one would be
change
able
it
to
in my
know the name
notes
Parallax.
that no one will ever see. Cosmic entity. There.
Parentheses Parallax.
Ah, there it is. He knew. He knew.
That's what I would do if I were you.
I did. I actually did. Okay. Next movie is Superman: Rise of Krypton. A working venture between Cadmus and Star Labs accidentally opens a gate to the Phantom Zone, releasing Metallo and Zod, leading an army of Kryptonians. Possible assistance in fighting the armies of Zod is like Cadmus Corps officers using Amazonian or Atlantean tech, and they are also combining their tech with Apocalypse tech using boom tubes and armor from parademons, kind of like showing who benefited from that initial attack.
Mm-hmm.
And during that fight, Amanda Waller would realize, oh shit, there's bigger things going on, and she would start working on a little tiny project of genetic design. Is that vague enough for you now?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
I don't have to say
talk about it.
I don't have to say Doomsday.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
where you're going with that.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Actually.
Okay.
I fooled you there, didn't I?
I think I go Superboy.
Well, yeah, that's part of it, actually, but the end goal is she creates Doomsday, not some space alien that reincarnates and stronger than whatever it killed, because I don't got time for that.
Right.
Well, you don't think Cadmus would do that?
No, they totally would.
Yeah. Like,
Didn't they? It wasn't that in the animated universe? Is that the ones that did it?
no,
Because I know, like the comics, it was a monster from Krypton,
in the
like
comics,
a legit monster. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bastard creation by Lex using Krypton. It was a Kryptonian monster or something. But
yeah,
like a weapon of war. But in the DC animated universe, was it like it was discovered that it Doomsday was blasted from Earth up into orbit and then fell back to orbit? Like it was Cadmus or it was Lex or somebody that created it.
No, it was the animated universe's origin is super vague, but it implies heavily on the New 52 origin. Basically, a doctor wanted to create the most powerful thing ever, so he would keep like adapting his creation to whatever it killed, and eventually made that an automatic process. Thing goes crazy, keeps having that happen, keeps being reincarnated until one race, like their final breath, trap it and put a warning, like don't open this thing, and that's what you see in the movie. And humans, we open it, or Atlanteans, or I think it was Atlanteans open it or something like that when it falls to Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and this I want to give a little bit more legitimacy and do honor to Death of Superman by building up longer, or like just as long as we're building up Darkseid as well. Like separate, like they're staggered, but like these two mysteries. And the first one is going to be, the Darkseid one that we'll eventually get to. And then later it's like after all of that happens, let's kill the guy who saved the day with Doomsday. But as well as like drop how they did it and like how it was so underhanded. Like this first one, she gets the idea. Amanda Waller gets like, oh shoot, we need something to beat Kryptonians, Superman.
Man, Darkseid would fucking wreck Doomsday.
Oh, he would, but then Doomsday would come back and just
make
it worse.
That's the thing. Doomsday is like Wolverine on crack, right?
Yeah.
Like he's fucking just. That's a superpower. Whatever kills him, he regenerates, and you can't be killed the same way twice.
Yeah.
He's like a better Solomon Grundy.
Yeah.
But Darkseid has that fucking death vision that literally just disintegrates. There's nothing to come back if you get hit by the mega beams.
If a human can dodge it, then is it really that bad?
Well, the only human that can fucking dodge it is fucking Batman on a fucking lucky day. Barely. Like, I still don't believe when he fucking dodges it. And fucking the Flash,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No, the
Like,
Flash
I
couldn't
think
even do it.
Batman
Only
did it
Batman
once
did.
in the Justice League cartoon by like dodging and
Yeah,
having it hit something else. And even then, I was like young when I saw that first. I was like, bullshit.
I know.
There's no
That's
fucking way
complete
Batman be
BS.
doing that.
Complete BS.
I've seen Batman get shot with it. He just let it hit him and died. That's
Yeah.
how Batman died in the comics.
So that this entire Rise of Krypton is the setup for like the start of Dark or not Darkseid Doomsday. Like kind of like okay, and we can get rid of Zod and Metallo. Like okay, cool. Close those two things. We don't have to talk about them ever again. Just gone. Because I find Zod to be boring. Like honestly.
He's a good one. He's just you can't use him too often, but and you got to be fresh with him. He's
Yeah.
really the only because it's so hard to do something with Superman without Kryptonite and actually be
Right.
entertained.
Right.
So
And this is just Kryptonite and then like 150 other Kryptonians.
I mean, you
Kind
can
of.
always go
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other route too. Everybody always forgets there's a planet, Mono or whatever his name was, the Daxamite planet. Basically the same exact thing as Superman,
Yeah.
but instead of kryptonite, it's lead that is his weakness.
Oh, is that Bizarro?
No, it's not Bizarro. It's a Daxamite. They did
Okay.
it in the Legends show, I believe.
Okay, I'll have
He's
to.
called Mon-El. He's was a part of the Green Lanterns for a little bit. He was really popular back when Kyle Rayner was the main Green Lantern in
Oh, okay.
comics.
Well,
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
it's
I
a
wouldn't know.
offshoot version. It's like the same kind of planet as Krypton in the same like
Okay.
galaxy, but they were closer to a different star or something. It was weird.
Okay. Well, yeah, I didn't really
But
watch
they
that
still
show
get
that
all the
much, so
same powers. Yeah, he still got the
okay.
same powers, just like a knockoff version.
I mean, that could be like something like you could just trap like superpowered beings in there, and
I'd
one of them
throw
could be.
magic at his ass. I love Magic versus Superman because he doesn't know it
It's
actually hurts him like normal with real blood. You know what I mean?
it's funny
Like
that you
it's good.
mentioned that because the next movie's Constantine.
Yeah, I love Constantine. I
Yeah.
love the fucking Keanu Reeves Constantine.
Oh
Come at
my
me, bro.
god, is that movie
Give a
great or
shit.
what?
I fucking loved it.
That movie is
I watched
freaking
that before I knew anything about Constantine. Fair warning. And like
yeah,
I read shit afterwards. Like I love comic book Constantine. Don't get me wrong.
dude.
I get why it's a little different, but that place holds a special spot in my heart.
That
I
that
love Constantine.
that
And they
movie is
did a good
great.
job, but they did the same thing they did with Batman versus Superman. They made him old as fuck at the end of his
Yes,
rope. You know what I
yes,
mean?
yeah.
I'm
You
like,
have
give me a fucking in his prime movie for God's
well,
sakes.
here you go. He's already in his prime. He's like paying his debt to
I
hell.
wouldn't even mind an intro or origin movie for him just because they don't have one yet. That's the rule.
I
If you
would
don't have one, I won't be mad if you throw some intro in
I
there,
would do
origin in there.
I would do like Memento black and white flashbacks.
It's fair. It's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. That is what I would do for Constantine because it'd be because how I set it up. Wow, I must have been high when I wrote this. John Constantine must
Probably.
implore the help of Lucifer and Raven to seal away Trigon and set up the Titans with Cyborg. What? What, Titus?
Really, Lucifer? I mean, I get it, but
Yeah,
damn.
damn.
Lucifer would just fucking kill Trigon. There's no way Lucifer would even let him
I
step
think
on
that's
his
what I
shit.
was going for. Like Cyborg and Raven lead him to Lucifer, and that's how they get to take down Trigon. At least seal him inside of Raven or something to set up that other movie. Um, and
You
then I
gotta
put it.
stick to the Constantine shit though. He's gotta let somebody die for it and be all heartbroken about it.
That would actually be perfect. I don't know who I would kill. Uh,
Yeah, no, you never mention
yeah,
anything, never
yeah.
make any hint at it, and then right in the last 10 minutes of the movie, they're sealing him away. Lucifer looks at him and says, "Where's your tribute? You need one." It's like, I don't got
Zatanna.
one. And
Zatanna.
he's like, just give me a name. I'll get him here and slit his throat. And he's like, Jason Todd.
There, okay, you know what?
Make
You're
it
right.
hurt.
Make it hurt. Jason Todd even more. No, no, that actually is
Sorry, I had to.
hilarious. I would have said I would have said Tim Drake.
Yeah, whatever. All of them have died at this point once or twice. Even Dick died. It was funny when Dick died. Fucking, he came back to life immediately after. It was like one of those a bomb strapped to your heart. We got to knock you out and kill
Yeah,
you for a couple seconds and then resuscitate you.
yeah,
But
okay.
Batman brought him back to the cave, threw him a pair of boxing gloves, and they fucking went at it in the boxing ring. And Batman whipped his ass and yelled at him for being so weak that he had to die.
Wow. That's
Yeah, and
so
then like
not okay.
at the end, like in halfway through the fight, he started like Batman started tearing up, and he admitted he couldn't watch another son die, referring to Jason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like,
That's a
I
good one.
could. He's just like you have to get stronger. You can't ever do that again. I can't. I won't let you. I refuse to let you. And then that's when Dick like literally does the uppercut and knocks him on his ass. And
Nice.
that's when the fight ends. When actually, you know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
Batman was bringing him back, getting him back on the horse because he was still a little shaken up about the whole thing. You know, he wasn't
Oh, I'd be
feeling
shaken up
right.
too if I came back from the
But
dead.
once he was, able to knock Batman out with a real punch, Batman's like, all right, you're back, you're ready.
So good. Yeah, I don't know. I would think Zatanna Constantine would kill.
No,
No?
no,
Because no one would expect it.
he doesn't kill somebody he wants to bang, dude. You don't do that. Constantine certainly wouldn't.
Yeah, but
He's a low
Lucifer
life.
would.
Let's be real. Well, okay, but Constantine
Yeah.
wouldn't let him. He'd sacrifice. I don't know. You can't.
That one hurts, doesn't it? That one hurts.
You haven't even brought her in the fucking movie.
I just thought of it right now.
Don't pull a fucking Black Widow Hawkeye bullshit. That don't work.
Okay.
That don't work.
Barry
Honestly,
Allen's mom.
it would be better. No, it would be better if it
Gwen
was
Stacy.
somebody that meant something to them. Like if I don't know,
The
like somebody
bartender.
that helped trained him, or you know what I mean, his neighbor that he actually is nice to, or you know what I mean, some innocent that has literally nothing to do with it. That's his MO. Somebody pays the price, and they had no reason at all to pay that price.
How about
But
this?
you did it for the betterment of everybody
How
else.
about this? Does it matter if like, can it be like Lucifer just does it and in the real world it happens? And John Constantine doesn't actually have to like kill somebody. He just says who it does, and then Lucifer in his ways kills somebody.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, just some random old lady. How about that? But don't worry, we'll come back to it.
No, but it's got to have an emotional connection to Constantine. That's the
Okay,
thing.
let me tell you how it's his old lady. It's this neighbor that he really likes. She's old and has a cat. How she dies is people break in, beat her to death, and throw the cat off of a bridge.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
get?
I mean that works. Yeah, no,
Okay.
that works.
Do you get what I'm setting up though?
Catman?
All right, cool. I actually am going to do that. So imagine, just remember that scenario happened. For let me look how far.
Catman was
Jesus.
just a society. He's old school. He can't do that.
No, that's
He was just a boxer.
we're setting up something in Phase 4, homie, with that one scene. So
Like throwing a cat off a bridge. I have no idea.
no cat, like meow. Okay, you don't know. Awesome, sweet. I know something about DC you don't. So
Yeah, cat getting thrown off a bridge. No, I missed that one.
okay, all right, cool. Next movie is Green Lantern Corpse.
Oh, for fuck's sakes! I know what you're doing. He wasn't from Earth, though, was he? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. But don't worry,
Yeah,
you're not
okay,
going to see him in this movie.
it's
You're not going
the
to see him in this
exact
one.
fucking. It's the exact setup for. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, now you're mad, aren't you?
No,
Good, because I'm gonna.
no, I'm not mad.
Thank God. I don't want to actually piss you off. You're my friend.
No, he's a good one. I mean, out of all of them, there's only the leader that you would have to name. I'm trying to avoid name drop until you get there, but
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, he's the second best one of those, anyways. So I always loved him.
is one of my favorite DC characters ever.
Oh
But
yeah, I mean, we have a squirrel for God's sakes. So it really makes sense.
Squirrel Girl.
No, Squirrel Lantern. There's a Squirrel
yeah.
Green Lantern.
There
Literally,
is!
Swear to God, there's a
There
squirrel.
is.
It's an alien race, I believe. I don't think it's actually an Earth squirrel. It's an
Okay,
intelligent
what was
alien
his
squirrel.
name?
But still,
What was
I
his
don't
name?
remember.
Oh God,
I don't remember.
I have a distinct memory of seeing like it
I'm gonna look it up.
on a cover. But this next one is, don't worry, no red lanterns or anything like that.
Chip, without the I, with an apostrophe in between the HP. Chip.
Chip. Okay, yes, I love Chip. I remember. Chip. The next one is a buddy cop drama with Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, the second Green Lantern, and he
I'd
can,
love to see a buddy cop
yeah,
drama with fucking Green Lanterns. That's so cool.
yeah, and they're rooting out a double agent, Sinestro, who's trying to
Well,
remove,
obviously,
yeah,
yeah.
who's trying to remove the Green Lantern's protection of Earth to get Darkseid to attack it. Guess who he's being controlled by? Some weird entity we don't know the name of. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
He actually he knows the entity. He's the one that finds him because he realizes that it has to exist
Yeah.
because he wants to control it. And yes, if fucking Sinestro can control it, then yes, Darkseid could find a way to control it. They never team up,
Yeah.
but Darkseid could manipulate it. Yeah.
This would be a good way to have them team up because I just think that'd be badass seeing Sinestro and Darkseid, like hands down. I just think it's cool. The
Got a
Sinestro.
picture of your boy.
What? You
The
cut out.
cat.
Oh, the cat.
I found a picture of the cat, yeah.
Oh, sweet. I love
He's
it.
so cool.
I like where the ring is.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of like now it's alerting the Green Lanterns to like, oh my god, Hal was right about this Darkseid threat. If it can affect us this closely, we need to start preparing. So, you know, we can now have a legion of Green Lanterns in the next movie in Justice League Ultimate. So, here's the setup for this one, because if you notice, I haven't said anything about Martian Manhunter yet. So, Darkseid, like a million years ago, attempted to take over Mars, and the people battled back. This left these people weak and vulnerable to Brainiac. Brainiac returns to see about this other species he found out about when he first, attacked Mars, and then, attacks Earth. And they discover Martian Manhunter along the way as like the one surviving leader. And during all like the fighting, there's some tension between Batman and Superman, setting up Batman versus Superman. What do you think of that one?
I like it. I don't know too much about Martian Manhunter outside what I've read and seen from him in Justice League. So like really free license as far as I'm concerned. You can't piss me off with that.
So like I basically took Martian Manhunter's origin and just replaced the alien with Darkseid and Brainiac. What you know is basically what it is. He's not that.
Yeah, and like, well, you made him. You're having him be found on Mars, right?
Yes,
He was already on Earth at that point because
Yeah.
he was hiding for a while, learning the culture and stuff. But yeah,
yeah. So this would like be the way to get him involved, and also we get Brainiac, who we can just kill, which is great. And it's a Superman villain we haven't seen on the big screen yet. Like,
yeah. I mean, you can kill him, but you never really kill him.
True.
That's like saying you kill Ultron. Like, yeah, until 5 years from now, you need another bad guy, and you retcon that right before he died, Brainiac uploaded his source code to a faraway spaceship. Like he's always there. You know what I mean? Like it's safe to kill him.
I'm actually going to change a little thing about Brainiac's motivation, though, and he is trying to preserve all life in those tiny cities because he thinks Darkseid's going to wipe out all life. So he was trying to save Earth.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I can actually get behind that. Like he was built and programmed to, catalog and protect everything, and he went extreme and is like killing stuff once he catalogs it, which he shouldn't do. But
and I want to make him like super terrifying, like like tentacly like robot stuff, stab people, put people on pikes, the whole deal, kind of like, Husks and Geth and all that, like make him absolutely terrifying. But then at the end, when he says that, it's like, oh, Darkseid is scarier. like he's worse. And that's
but you'd have to be careful with when you're doing Brainiac. You can't do gore and like painful torture for the sake of it because he's a machine. He's just efficient. He wouldn't mind going through there with fucking lasers and just chopping everybody's head off in one go with no blood, cauterizing them.
Yeah, I was thinking like 1 out of every 10 people he vaporizes, he stabs, infects with like this weird Borg computer virus, turns him into like a zombie to go infect others.
But I don't think he would like set anybody up on a pipe.
No,
what I mean? Like he doesn't care. Like
I was more like trying to
move on, kill him, move on.
Have you played Mass Effect?
No, I haven't.
Okay, never mind. Because there's a whole thing with like that's how they make the zombies is on these pikes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. But you all right over there? Did the VOD go down? No, all good?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So, but that's like what Justice League Ultimate would be is the Ultron, and it sets up to be Darkseid is worse. Like, just flat out worse. That this highly logical, efficient program says this is the only way to survive. So that's kind of the big ish. Oh crap! The next movie and to start a phase 3. Popcorn, we're gonna be friends after this, right?
Maybe.
All right. Batman Red Hood / Court of Owls. I don't know how to name it, so I just said, here's what we're combining.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, yeah, I must have been high when I wrote this. I think making Red Hood come back to Gotham to kill the Court of Owls for them attempting to make him into a Talon after recovering his body and bringing it back with a Lazarus.
Why do you hate Grayson?
No, Grayson.
Like, you're just
no, not
look. You're
Red
taking
Hood.
all of Grayson's stuff and giving it to Red Hood. First, you're taking away him being the first Robin. Now you're taking away that he was supposed to be a Talon. Grayson was supposed to be a Talon. Batman saved him by accident. When he adopted him, he beat the Talons by a day.
I know.
And then they couldn't take him back because he was with Batman.
I know.
He was perfectly groomed, the perfect genetic bloodline. You know what I mean? Perfect physical specimen.
I know.
He was meant to be a Talon.
I know.
You're just going to fucking wipe your ass with it and throw it at Jason Todd. Fuck you.
I knew that's the one that was gonna really piss
you don't even
off.
give a shit about Grayson, and it hurts.
Well, he's still alive. That's the thing. He's still alive.
Fuck, he's always alive because he's the best.
Yeah, and he'll be
He's
like
not
the
Jason
moral
Todd,
center.
He doesn't die.
Like he's gonna be the one to stop Batman from killing in this, you know, and Dick Grayson is gonna be the one to stop Jason Todd from killing. He's gonna be the real hero of this movie. Like, it's going to be more a a Dick Grayson movie instead of a Jason Todd or Batman movie. So Dick Grayson's time to shine by being the good guy and the one to figure most of the stuff out, while Batman's too clouded with, oh my god, Red Hood is actually my son. He's back.
Nope.
No? All right.
Nope. I mean, I like the whole thing, but
I know.
Put a different organization in there. Make it fucking Roz and the League of Shadows.
We already dealt with Roz. I don't want to repeat yet.
I know. But Court of Owls, that's Grayson. His grandpa was the first Talon.
We can have it be like that.
Destined to be a Talon again.
And that's why he figured it out, because he was, but he escaped. And that's why he's so good at what he does and didn't need to be trained by Batman. And that's why we brought him in
his name is Grayson. His great grandpa's name, the first Talon's last name was Gray. And they wrote down in a thing that the son of Gray, the Gray son, was the Talon. And it became Grayson. And you're just shitting all over it with Jason fucking Todd.
You know what I'm hoping? That somehow this entire thing gets to James Gunn and we get him on this show and then he agrees with you.
Oh god.
That's what I'm hoping. And then he yells at me. I want that.
But no, I like the other parts of it. Like I said, you're never going to convince me anything good about Jason. I'm still
you're going to hate every Batman.
Friend, and I'd like the rest of the parts, but I'd hate all the Jason Todd parts. But until he dies, I'd clap at that. I'd clap.
Next movie. We're in phase 3 still. God damn.
2 seconds. Let me go to the fridge real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, he's gonna go. Oh, jeez, man. I think I made him mad. I actually think I hurt my friend. It's just like.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh Sorry. God, you're fine. All I said was I think I hurt my friend.
No, you're fine.
All right, the next movie, Aquaman, Throne of Atlantis. Okay. So family and Black Manta try to overthrow him. They actually succeed. And he has to go to the surface and try to gain support through the Justice League and the Amazons to take his kingdom back.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that is actually very much what that Aquaman Throne of Atlantis is. So I kind of just twisted it to be a bigger deal and show that I did not kill Black Manta yet because I think he's really cool but highly underutilized.
Yeah, like you don't kill that. That's one of the people you don't kill. He's always around.
Yeah.
And Aquaman's not one that would really kill anybody like that. Like not a human.
Yeah.
Until if you keep the fact that he killed he's not even the one that killed his son. So.
Yeah.
There's no way Arthur would kill a human like that. He would pity him enough to where he would just break every bone and then throw him on shore.
Yeah, make it so he couldn't swim or something silly.
Yeah, and then let the cops come get him or something. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, he could leave him to die. Like he could leave him stranded on a deserted island. I could see that,
yeah,
but it's not like he would literally, do
yeah,
this final blow himself.
yeah. And this one, I think it's like a easy win, kind of like just don't mess it up. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like
Eh,
this one seems
I,
easy.
Aquaman, I don't know too much about. Like I've read up on him since like the movies and stuff, but
Yeah,
I didn't grow up with him. He's not like I don't have very hard feelings for him. So you can change whatever fuck you want. I don't care.
I'm gonna change his first name to Dick Grayson. No,
Nope.
nope. So the next movie is
You want
Flash.
to fuck with Dick?
The next movie is Flash of Two Worlds. Can have the TV show Flash and whoever's currently playing the Flash, not Ezra Miller, meet and be like, "Oh, this is so cool," and like show a little bit of the multiverse at this point, which then gets the attention of the Anti-Monitor, but not fully. He
You know
just
who
now
I always wanted as
now
the
knows.
Flash back in the day?
Who?
Chris fucking Pine.
Oh my God, Chris Pine would be great. You know what? That's who
He
we're
would have been a
casting.
great Barry Allen. I
That's
mean,
who
he's
we're
a little
casting.
older now, but you know what I'm talking when he was in for the first Star Trek movie? That
Yeah,
as
yeah,
Barry Allen. Oh
perfect.
man, that would have been perfect.
I actually I snuck out of school with a friend to go see that movie and on day of. I'm so-
Honest to God, Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern was my perfect casting. Like I had called that before they casted him, but they fucked that movie so
oh,
hard.
he's still the perfect casting. It's just,
Yeah, he's still like, yeah, he was. He was perfect for it.
yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
Let's Deadpool him into a new Green Lantern.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. That's great. So yeah,
Like let him write it this one.
yeah. So do you know who the Anti-Monitor is? Just making sure.
Oh, of course I know who the
Okay.
Anti-Monitor is.
Yeah, because we need a bad guy after Darkseid. So why not just like have a
Basically our version of Galactus.
yeah.
It's DC's version of Galactus, yeah.
All right, now this next one, All-Star Superman. Supes contracts a form of Kryptonian cancer. God, Pat Titus, you're an idiot. And tries to do as much good as he can before he goes. Cadmus.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay, no, you're writing a okay, no. I was like, you're ripping off the original story. I'm like, wait, but that's fine because you're writing a movie.
Yeah.
That's the point.
That's the
No, so
point.
far I'm on board. You're doing great. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep it up.
And then but Cadmus finds a cure, offers her help, and he reluctantly takes it at the behest of Lois and her being pregnant. And during the procedure, they take some of Clark's DNA. So and give it to one of their techs, Edward Nigma. How do you like that?
I'm down. I'm down with it. I
Yeah.
don't mind.
Yeah. So,
Batman villains are allowed to show up with other stories. It's cool.
I know.
Cool,
I'm just
guys.
all right. I'm just making sure. I'm like, is
And
it
I
okay?
realized you did switch one thing in the actual story. I believe he gets like solar radiation poisoning. It's not
Yeah.
kryptonite, but still same difference.
Yeah, I didn't remember because I haven't read the book or
Yeah,
seen the movie
basically,
forever. So
Lex makes him go stop a bomb that's going to blow up in the sun, and he gets so close to the sun that his cells get overcharged. So it's like the opposite. Instead of
Yeah.
decaying, they're getting too powerful and they're going to explode.
right.
Like so, he's like overpowering, about to burst, as opposed to getting shriveled and weak.
Yeah. Then I would say go with that original idea thing.
Because
that
a
works.
bunch of stuff they do in it is him showing off new abilities he never had because he's got so much power he doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like he cures diseases because his mind is in hyper mode.
and I want like to show how good he is in this movie, so that way when I make him fall later, it's more shocking. But like it's kind of also he is the brightest light in this entire dark world. He's like the beacon of hope the entire time, and because that modern Superman doesn't do that. They're always like, yeah, he's a crybaby.
I get it.
Or
Like I'm cool with the entire Man of Steel movie except where he snaps Zod's neck.
yeah, he's like there was definitely a different way.
Like
Cal,
you
come
don't
on.
do that with him and Batman.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it is what it is. You don't do that with him and Batman.
Unless except Flashpoint Batman, you can have him kill more people.
Well, yeah,
if you
with
want.
Bruce Wayne, you don't do that with Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Let me put it that way. But because I mean, I thought about it today in case we talked about it. Honestly,
no,
he could have taken his thumbs and jabbed his eyes out.
yeah, that kind of thing. I'm trying not to change the moral cores of each of the characters. Yeah,
like he'd maim so like it was a desperate situation. I get it. And I know he was trying to make him more dark and gritty and relatable to today's times.
Yeah,
I get it, but still,
I don't want that.
That's a line, and you don't cross it.
I want a happy, like hopeful, Like even have the underwear on the outside kind of Superman. Like that's I want that. Like golden age. The
Oh
rest
yeah,
could be whatever.
I take some undies on the front. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a while.
So the
Like
next
honestly, God, I love the Brandon Ruth Superman. I don't
oh
give a shit. Come
dude.
at me.
We'll have
I
words
saw
one
that.
day.
I loved it, and then I mean, it was when at the
Yeah.
whenever he lands on the kryptonite and the thugs are kicking the shit out of him. I
Yeah.
was like, come on, guys, like
I
really,
I
like
hate that movie.
put cheese in it. Let's go.
I liked him better
But
in the show when he comes back as Kingdom Come Superman and
no,
fights.
oh no, that was good. That was
uh,
so good. But no, I loved him showing up, and I loved the flexing of powers and shit. Like that was the bullet breaking in his eyeball. That was
that
just
was
ripped out of
cool.
the comics. That
Yeah,
was
that was
awesome. Like, and then later they said like he throws one punch in that movie, and I had to rewatch. I was like, well, I'll be fucking damned.
yeah, a
One punch.
single punch.
I was like, fuck. But
They
great Lex Luthor. I love Spacey as Luthor. That was cool.
Oh god, I hate that I like Spacey's acting. Oh jeez, he was a great
Yeah.
Lex Luthor. Anyway, next movie is actually now Superman versus Batman. So, Riddler starts to give Gotham too much grief. Superman attempts to help, but by doing so, pisses Batman off somehow. Like, Batman's like, oh my god, we have, like, the worst alien here. Like, I agree with Lex. Holy crap, why do I agree with Lex? And they have a fight, and it can be like Civil War just with Batman and Superman. And it's kind of a way to nerf the Justice League before the next big crossover. I don't know. That one...
No, I like it. I can see
yeah.
like the way you set it up, if they're all fighting aliens and whatnot because of Darkseid.
Yeah.
So yeah, he doesn't trust the other alien on the block. You know what I mean? I get it.
Yeah, this Batman's paranoid. Like, he
Yeah.
really is. He's not sleeping because he's human. He's, like, losing his mind slowly as this goes.
Like you fucking have Superman try to help me piss off Batman, then eventually Superman goes home for at least a little bit and finds out Bruce Wayne bought the fucking Daily Planet and is his new boss, and he just like takes it and he's like, I know who you are, and if you ever try to come at me again, I will ruin you.
Something like that. Yeah, that like
Yeah.
something to that effect.
At this point, Clark doesn't even know who he is because Batman has lead in his fucking mask.
Oh,
Like,
that's genius. Yes.
That's what he does.
But the Matt Reeves Batman had like a Halloween mask. I'm still thinking about that guy.
Oh, okay, but come on.
At this
Batman
point,
always
he
does
would have.
prep time. He does prep work. He knows fucking
Yeah.
Superman's around by now. He's
By
got
this point, yeah.
countermeasures.
But I don't know if like earlier in the
Like
series
this could
we
be
would
his
have
first countermeasure. Eventually, if you do anything worth the shit, do Tower of Babel. God damn it!
Well,
you remember that one?
Yeah, that's on here.
The DC animated movie, or Batman Doom or Justice League Doom.
Justice League Doom. Dude.
Yeah.
Don't spoil
This
3
is
movies
the
from now.
first one. Like he's got lead in his cow,
Yeah.
and he can't see him. And then later on, like you just see him going. He's like, "Thank God that worked." And he's putting up the Superman file, and it's like the first file in the fucking drawer. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be all of his countermeasure files, showing you like Batman's not sleeping around. He's fucking collecting shit.
Yeah. So next movie is Green Arrow. Just to introduce Green Arrow.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
the note is a grounded crime thriller that would be a good break from all the crazy. Like, we can move on. But
really?
Yeah.
From all the crazy, you're talking about the guy that shoots boxing glove arrows.
Yeah. Like,
It's not crazy.
It'd be kind of like a comedy.
I believe
like,
in aliens more than that.
Yeah, but it would be more like, a lighter Batman, because we just had a crazy Batman and Superman fight each other. So
I get.
Yeah, this is like the movie where you can take a breather and not take too seriously. It's like, okay, cool. And then this is when Teen Titans Season 1, like offshoot TV show, because it's a cinematic universe, dealing with the fallout of Trigon and Batman v Superman issues. He sends, Robin, your favorite guy, Robin, to the Titans to clean up the West Coast, and this would turn Robin.
Of my favorite.
Yeah, this would turn Robin into Nightwing and also introduce Deathstroke, so we can do the Teen Titans TV show kind of deal.
Yeah.
But better. I know you're so pissed, so I'm gonna move on.
Yep, go ahead.
But there you go. Jesus Christ.
Everything else sounds cool except for the Robin part.
Anyway, Justice League Doom. You already explained it.
Yes, I love that. Was such a good fucking animated movie too. I loved it.
I'm only switching one thing really out about that. It's instead of Cyborg, it's Green Arrow, who doesn't have
whatever.
a
That's
countermeasure.
fine. As long as the whole point is bad guys steal Batman's plans to kill everybody, and it almost works.
Yeah,
and everybody hates Batman afterwards. Like
Yeah,
everything else is whatever. I don't care. Like you
yeah.
can do whatever you want.
And he resigns from the Justice League to focus on Gotham due to the shame his plans worked and all that good stuff. Then the
Hmm.
next movie is Justice League Apocalypse. Copy the
Yep.
movie. There it is. Copy the animated movie. Batman and the Bat Fam can also be back as a Justice League proxy group. Titans as well. They're all separate but equal. And then cleanup after that is Flashpoint.
You need a restart after that is Flashpoint.
Pretty much, yeah.
All it does is just reset it to whatever the fuck you want now.
Yeah. Which now, guess what can happen?
Grayson becomes first Robin, you
Yes.
asshole.
Yep. Exactly. There you go.
Fine. It's fine.
You're
Do
better.
it after that, and then I'm in. Yeah.
You're fine?
fine.
Is that good?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
chill?
Yeah.
Keep that? All right. I had to wait through 3 phases to finally be like,
Okay.
all right.
I just need that payoff. I need the real Robin back.
There you go. There you go. You're good. You're fine. No more issues.
Like Flashpoint reboots, and it's like the first thing you see in the rebooted universe is Batman like over Jason Todd's grave, like it was in the original bullshit phase you had it in.
Yeah.
And this time,
Yeah.
Dick Grayson in a suit walks up and puts his hands on his shoulder and says, "I'm here for you, Bruce."
Sure.
And then everybody knows it was him. Grayson was the Robin first the entire time, and then after that point on, he's Nightwing already.
All right.
You
Good.
never have to dabble with the Robin part of
Good.
him. It's always just like he's back to normal.
Because the first thing in Phase 4 is New 52, a miniseries going over the changes and issues caused by Flashpoint, and we can cover up plot holes.
There you go.
There you go. Titan Season 2, Terra is introduced, and a retelling of the Judas Contract. Easy. What?
Tara wasn't Judas Contract.
No,
though.
but you can, because it's a TV show, you can have 2 stories.
I guess.
Yeah.
Getting greedy like all the current DC movies.
Oh, yeah.
Stick to one fucking story. Don't fucking.
But
mix
that's the
and match.
TV show, not the movies.
Oh,
Alright.
okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, okay.
So you can flesh out, be longer, give it time, the whole deal.
Yeah, I forgot it was TV too. I thought we were just talking strictly movies.
No, I told you cinematic universe. Don't worry, we are more than halfway through.
I get it now. Yeah, I get it now. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Damn it. Next one's Batman: Death in the Family
Yeah.
with Killing Joke.
Yep.
But special controversial note I wrote in here. At the end, when Joker tells the Killing Joke and Batman and him are laughing, Red Hood kills Joker.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I don't give
Yeah.
a shit.
And that scatters the Bat Fam.
Hey,
and
look,
makes
if you
Batman
want to
solo.
fucking follow the Timverse, you could have Batman screw Barbara in this because
No.
she was never with Grayson at this point. He wasn't his first son. He doesn't give a shit. Now it would make sense. In your universe, it would
God.
make sense.
No, I am not that evil, okay? I
hated
am
that
not
so
even that
fucking
evil.
much.
That was so bad. I hated that
Yeah.
so much.
I love the Timverse. I love it. Don't get me wrong, but I never agree with that part of it.
That
Batman would never.
Yeah, no way. I wouldn't do that in the slightest. All right, next one. Suicide Squad Assault on Arkham. The only reason why I have this. Open with the Suicide Squad fighting Snowflame.
You're gonna be hard pressed to beat the animated movie, though. That was perfect in my opinion.
Yeah,
Fucking Batman rolling around in a different costume the entire time and they didn't even know. Like that was just too goddamn good.
Yeah.
Exactly how it would have been done.
Well, I would actually, by this point, I wouldn't even have Batman in there. I would have Tim Drake or Damian Wayne be the Batman character in here.
I mean, honestly, I believe it.
Yeah.
It's fucking B-listers, maybe one A-lister, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And they're in a jail already, so
Yeah.
half the work's done.
Yeah. Now, the MacGuffin, though, that it's trying to find is Riddler, because he has knowledge about Doomsday that Amanda Waller's trying to put away. Because remember, in Batman v Superman, we had Riddler as the villain again. Even though he was set up, all that good stuff. So that's setting up more, Doomsday for later. But I think that one would just be a funny, ridiculous thing. And also Snowflame, dude. Do you know who Snowflame is?
The dude that got his powers from cocaine.
Got his superpowers from cocaine and
Yeah,
died
okay.
from an overdose.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. Please, can we get a Snowflame? Please. God dang it.
You'd be hard pressed to do it. You know what I mean? Just because of censors, like
Well,
It'd be immediate R for sure.
oh
Like,
yeah, this would be the R. This
yeah.
would be the R. This just would have the MacGuffin of Riddler, who we already thought was dead. But you know, who cares? It's fine. Next movie, Red Lantern, which opens with the origin of Dexter.
Dexter, that's its name. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Dexter. Which then,
You would just need Atrocious in there, but anyways, he would have to exist because somebody
yeah,
would have to give the cat the ring, so that
he,
still fits.
yeah, that's kind of
Yeah,
what
those
I
are the
want.
only two Red Lanterns I give a shit about. Everything else, I don't care.
Oh,
So yeah,
100%, 100%.
see a Red Lantern cat though, on this, whatever, it'd be great.
It was, I just want it, and I want it to be played by Nervo.
There you go.
I would cast him, Nervo the
Not
cat.
even just the voice of Nervo, like literally
Literally.
him in a cat suit with his head.
Yes, yeah, that
Yep,
whole thing.
yep. No CGI at all, at all. Just no CGI for the red,
All right,
aura that you
making
got
a
around him.
note.
But
It was around 1 hour 30 we made that joke. Okay.
yep,
So, but then Jon Stewart and Sinestro have to team up to take him down because Hal is, I don't know, doing something else. Yeah, I don't know what that would be, but I
taking
want.
your fucking time here. Sinestro's still on the good side. We're in phase what 4 now?
No, he's on the evil side. They caught him in
Oh,
the
but they
thing.
got to team up.
They
I
got
get
a
it.
team.
Okay, I thought you
Yeah.
meant they just got connected on as partners for this mission as
No,
both
no,
green.
no,
I get it. Okay,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
He
yeah,
like
yeah.
breaks him out of jail. He's like, you
Yeah, 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 fine, fine. I get you. Yeah, yeah.
make evil afraid. You know, something like that. Oh, some lame ass line.
Maybe he needs somebody to help him find it, and so he
Yeah,
needs somebody that can think along their lines, and he brings him out.
yeah,
He's jailed. Like, he ain't like, when cops bring him out and have him handcuffed, like, take me to the place and I'll reduce your sentence or
yeah.
put a TV in your cell.
Something
One of
like
those
that.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it like very cop drama themed still. That's what I'm trying to keep the lanterns like that. Because I think
Yeah,
that's
the entire
hilarious.
time Sinestro's not, or just bitching at him like, I did this better than you. I did this better than you. Wow, I can do that better than you.
Yeah.
I was the best Green Lantern there was, rookie. Like,
Yeah, something like that. That'd be with Jon Stewart, which oh
yeah, with
god,
Jon Stewart.
that'd be so good.
Sinestro have the balls to do that to fucking Hal.
Yeah.
Like, he trained Hal, but Hal's better than him, and he recognizes that. You know what I mean? Like, he couldn't talk smack to Hal. Hal'd punch him in the fucking face.
Now, the next note I have here is the Red Lantern ring after being removed from Dexter because I don't want to kill the cat. I can't kill the cat. The Red Lantern ring, they're attracted to hate, and so it would be directly attracted to where Doomsday is located. And Amanda Waller's like trying to figure out a power source to wake him up, finds the Red Lantern ring, and uses that to supercharge Doomsday.
Hmm.
That way, because, Superman can fight against Red Lantern power, but it's blood magic, so he would get hurt back.
Well, it's not blood magic.
Google it right now, sir.
What? The
Red
Red
Lantern
Lantern is blood magic?
Blood magic, yes. Alien
No,
blood
I
magic.
get that it's blood. Because that's the whole
Yeah.
shtick is it replaces your blood with boiling blood. Like, that's why if you take
Yeah.
the ring off, you die because all your blood leaves.
Yeah.
But it's not magic.
It is. It's magic. It's blood
It's a
magic.
primordial force. It's their interpretation of Infinity Stones without the stone.
Yeah. But it is called blood
It's
magic
emotion.
specifically, and we can use
Willpower,
that magic.
hate, fear,
Yeah.
all that.
Well, what can magic be based off of? We can set up in Constantine that's based off of emotions.
That seems like a huge fucking cop out.
I know, but this way it actually makes sense that Doomsday can beat Superman, because I don't get why he just pure brute force kills him. Sorry.
Because he was created by his people. Like that's the whole shtick. He's basically a Kryptonian too, but not. He's like if Captain America was never a person that volunteered, but they just created a super soldier from the ground up and it went mindless and started killing everything and they couldn't stop it. That's Doomsday on Krypton. Is what I'm pretty sure is how the original one in the comics was invented. They made him as a weapon of war that couldn't be killed.
Race.
And then it never was able to stop him, so they just fucking shot him off. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like, my thing is,
Here we go. Hold on.
I don't know if Doomsday hates. That's the thing.
He does. He hates life. He does. Just life.
I just feel like he's just a program gone rogue, just on overdrive. It's just doing what it's it's instinct. It doesn't really think anything.
But Amanda Waller could be programming hate into it as well. Hate for aliens,
Yeah.
hate for Superman, that kind of thing. So that way when it's unleashed, it will take down Superman. Now, something here, I just went to DCFandom.com wiki, Red Power Ring, history. However, whereas Green Lantern Ring is powered by willpower, a Red Lantern Ring is fueled by rage. Furthermore, unlike the more scientific Green Lantern, the Red Lantern Ring uses some magic in its constructions.
Hmm.
Yes. So
It's
this
probably a newer thing, that bullshit they added in later. Bullshit ass fuckers.
old man. But this way, magic, because magic hurts Superman. So there you go. That would be perfect.
Oh yeah.
Like his you can have like his spines come out of his hand. They have like weird red lightning bolts or blood goo in that poison Superman. I don't know, something cool, something weird.
Yeah, see, it just seems pointless to me because the rings could always stand up to Superman as long as you had enough of the emotion.
Mhm.
Like in certain publications, Green Lanterns could create kryptonite
Yeah,
just because they knew what it was made out of. They
yeah,
willed hard enough, they could create kryptonite and fuck him up. And like
yeah.
it's doesn't have to be magic. It's
True.
primordial power force. So like if you harness it and are capable enough, you can hurt Superman with it
I'm
because
just
it's not
gonna.
a conventional thing. You
I'm
know what I
also
mean?
gonna throw this out there. We're in the New 52, so it's blood magic.
No, I know. I don't even. Did they exist before the New 50? Yeah,
Oh yeah,
they
they
did.
did. But like
Yeah,
the
they
New
did.
52 is where the blood magic thing comes from, and that's kind of phase 4 until like end of phase 5 is like New 52. So we can use the new stuff without hurting like the golden age stuff we set up before. And yeah. But you want to know what the next movie is?
Lay it on me.
Earth 1 versus Earth 616.
Why?
Cuz
Why would you do that?
cuz fan service before we kill Superman.
You know, but I mean, 616 is the Marvel one.
I know.
I know that's what I mean. It's like,
No, I
why
know.
would you do that?
I want to see that shot of Superman with Captain America's shield and the hammer. That's all we need.
Oh, you're doing the
Yeah.
Almagram universe.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see them like come together. That weird god chess match happens, and they're like, "Oh wow, we're all really cool." And it's just kind of like so we
Good
can
luck
get,
getting the rights to that.
dude. It will never happen. This is all hypothetical. It will
I mean,
never happen.
they have ones for it. It's just
Yeah, but I mean,
different universe.
in a movie setting, it will never happen.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
never.
No, that's I just stuck it in here because I'm like, I want it. Also, the fact that Superman can lift the hammer, but he can't call it to him because he's not worthy. He's just that strong. He can lift it. Is kind of cool. So, I like that. Yeah, that's my
But
favorite.
then again, Superman would be worthy. Let's be real.
Yeah, he
I mean,
should be worthy, but
let's be fucking real.
should. Next movie is Death of Superman. Give each member of the Justice League and Batman's extended family a moment to shine, but all beaten to near death. Superman is taken down, but can't take down Doomsday, but gives his life to do so. Boom. Easy.
Easy.
Yep. And then the next movie is Phase 5, finally. And, oh, gosh. Yeah, oh, okay, we already did take care of Darkseid and Justice League Apocalypse. I'm like, what? Did I miss a step? No, he's already dead. Suicide Squad 2 sent into the ruins of Metropolis and Gotham to find Amanda Waller, kind of like the Suicide Squad movie we got, unfortunately, to bring her trial for involvement of Death of Superman. This also teased Reign of Superman by the squad finding a cloning vat with Superboy in it. So now Superboy shows up after Doomsday.
Well, yeah, no, that's when he does. Well, that's when he shows up in the comics.
Yes, in the comics.
Yeah. This is when you introduce at least 3 of them. The
Oh, yeah.
Eradicator, who gets killed off.
Yep.
Cyborg Superman, which is sweet. And
Oh, yeah.
Superboy. Those
Yeah.
are the 3 that show up in the original, at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna stagger like 2 of the things, and then like with Superboy in the next one, but we're gonna have Rise of Superman eventually as well. So to get that cool.
If I recall,
Hmm.
the Eradicator was a Daxamite, the brace I mentioned earlier. He
It
wasn't a
was?
legit. If I'm remembering that correctly,
Huh.
that
I
was maybe the first comic book like showing up of a Daxamite.
okay. I had no. Yeah, I had no clue. I had no clue.
I think. I'm not 100% on that, I think.
Yeah.
But anyways, continue.
Yeah, next thing is Titans Season 3, integrated Superboy into the Titans, with Damian Wayne specifically, and Nightwing training him like Batman did for them. This can also
Nice.
show what the world is like without Superman, how Superboy may need to step up. Introduce Cyborg Superman as the main antagonist built by LexCorp. So, there we go. Then Green Arrow 2, smallish rogues rising up, League of Shadows stepping up, and Green Arrow, with the help of Flash, has to take him down. So we got League of Shadows back, but like kind of just like a crappy offshoot. Not Ra's al Ghul, maybe like Talia, or something like that. Like, because we brought Damian Wayne into this. So, I don't know. Something like that. I think I was losing my mind by this point.
Not even Talia. It wouldn't be Talia. I mean, maybe in a reverse kind of Deathstroke way,
Yeah.
but there's no way Talia would actually hurt Damien. She might be attacking to get him back and kidnap him, but she would be trying to kill Damien.
True.
I would believe maybe this is a point where Roz did die. It's for some reason,
Okay.
and Talia's busy like traveling to revive him or something at a pit. You know what I mean? But the pit's not ready. It's gonna take a while, so they're out of the picture for a little bit.
Yeah.
And like Shiva's running the show, and she's doing it.
Yeah, that would make
You know
sense.
what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I could even see Roz going after his grandson for being a disappointment, but there's no way in this fucking world the mom's gonna try to kill the son.
True. No,
I say that, and in the comics she ordered his death. So I mean, it is what it is.
It is
but
what
still.
it is. That I just think that for Green Arrow 2, that would be interesting, like having a Batman villain be the villain for Flash and Green Arrow to take down, maybe with the help of Damian Wayne as well. Because we just haven't seen Batman for a bit, and it's kind of, put him aside for a while. It's okay. Let's
Put Jason fucking Todd aside forever.
Oh, he could be Jason Todd instead. Jeez, I don't know. That'd be cool. Like, give Jason Todd him and Barry could be funny together. I don't know.
You've already given Todd enough. You gave him fucking everything about Grayson. He's gotten everything.
Fine, it'll be Dick Grayson. Is that better?
No, I like Damian. Damian's cool.
Yeah, I thought Damian, to me, Damian's my favorite Robin. I think he's
my second favorite for sure. He's my second.
Yeah.
I love Damian as Robin with Grayson as Batman.
Yes, that's good.
Oh my god,
that's good stuff. That
even
is...
when Damian did die in the comics, like Grayson was there, like when he died,
yeah,
like holding him and shit, and he was like, he looked great. He was like, "You were the best Batman. We were the best Batman and Robin ever. I always liked you better than my father."
Ooh.
And it seriously, it was said in comics, like
it hurt.
They were best friends. It was so adorable, and like they just meshed. They literally, when Grayson was Batman, Damian was his Grayson. They were perfect. It was amazing.
God, that something like that would. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I might. That would be a good change. I just don't know where I would put it.
You can't put it because Grayson showed up second. He hasn't had time to be Batman yet. You fucked everything. Okay, you fucked everything.
Next movie is Justice League Dark.
Like it.
Constantine's having issues.
Swamp Thing, hopefully. First introduction to Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing could be in it. Yeah, that's great. I was gonna have.
I mean, you haven't brought him up yet. We're phases in. He at least should be in Dark. Come on.
He should be in Dark. Like, I'm not naming.
Even if he doesn't do anything, but if
just...
Constantine goes to him as like, I need to find somebody on the planet, and you're tapped into all the living grass. Show me where he's at. Yeah, that kind of thing. He doesn't actually have to fight. Just bring him in.
That'd be good. And this one, we could also like have Batman or Nightwing, I don't care which, be like the one character we've seen a long time come into the supernatural. I liked Batman in it, but I think it'd be interesting to have a lighter character.
I like Batman in it. Like, it makes sense because it worked so well before. Yeah. But that said, I can see where you would have Grayson, your version of him.
Oh my god.
Showing up, because it'd be like, hey, Batman doesn't give a shit about magic, but I believe you. I was trained by Batman. I'm here to help.
Yeah, something like that.
He's the one that would have been dating Zatanna for a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Or so, she like, could be the one to call him.
Calls him up and says, hey, can you help? Maybe, can you get Batman for us? And then Grayson shows up as Night. He's like, Batman said, fuck off. I'm here, though.
Yeah, like, something like that. Like, it'd be interesting. And it basically stopping hell from spilling over and taking Dr. Fate's helmet, because I like Dr. Fate.
Fate's cool.
Yeah, which also they could save a kid, but through this, the kid becomes Shazam, setting up Shazam, the next movie.
Did you see the latest season of Young Justice?
No, I have not.
Oh, like the last one that they made. I think they were doing it all on HBO
Yeah,
Max.
I haven't caught up in a
Oh,
while. I'm still in like
they
season 2.
completely dove in, and I don't think it's accurate, but even if it's not, it's so good. Like it's perfect because I don't really know what should be there, but they totally connected Vandal Savage to Doctor Fate.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Vandal Savage back when he was, like a warlord and
yeah,
like
that's
way
that's
before the
awesome.
Romans and the Greeks, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? But back
caveman.
when Atlantis Vandal Savage ruled Atlantis. He was
Oh,
the king of Atlantis when it was on the earth, like on ground, like not
that's
in the
so
ocean, right?
good. Yeah.
The reason Atlantis is in the ocean is because Vandal Savage like was doing something bad or whatever, and
Yeah.
he was causing too much chaos. So they gifted the helmet to his son
Oh,
so he
jeez.
could try to stop him. And like Vandal came back, they got in a big fight or something, and like the whole place was crushed from a power of chaos versus. But yeah, the original Doctor Fate and the voice in the helmet is Vandal Savage's son,
Oh,
according to Young
dude,
Justice. It
that's
was really well done.
cool.
I have no idea if it's right or not, but I dug it. I was
I,
like, all
I
right,
think
I
there's
dig
like
it.
something that could work there.
Yeah, it was
That's
good
great.
because so yeah, whenever they need Doctor Fate's help and he shows up next to Vandal Savage, like Nabatu or whatever his name is,
Yeah.
that's Vandal's kid.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's his
sick.
firstborn son.
That's
Yeah,
so sick. I
yeah,
totally forgot about Vandal Savage this whole time.
yeah, because he's been around forever. Yeah,
Damn it. I could have
that's a
used
good
him.
Superman one. That's a good suit because like,
Oh,
what are you
yeah.
gonna do to him? He's just gonna come back. Like he's a Solomon Grundy, but smart. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, that would
like
have been good, but
nothing Superman can do will stop him.
I can't do it. It's all sealed tight. We're tying knots.
Whatever.
The next one's Shazam. But the reason why I have Shazam is I'm annoyed that he keeps joining the Justice League. He should be a Titan. So
No, he should
yeah,
be in the Justice League.
no, he's a kid. He should be a Teen Titan.
Honestly, the whole thing with it though is no one knows he's a kid except for Batman.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
now,
and that's
yeah,
only because Batman has Robin, so like he is kind of okay with child labor. It
yes,
is what it is. But you know what I mean? Like even Batman tries to keep him out, but eventually he proves himself, and then Batman tells him, "I know who you are. If
okay.
you ever fuck up, I'm kicking you out, but I won't tell anybody." And then eventually he tells everybody and they find out. But that's the whole thing, like the interactions with him being a kid, but no one knowing. That's what's funny, and that's why he's in the Justice. Plus, his power level is too strong for Teen Titans.
I
Come
don't know.
on,
I would
get the
say
fuck
I
out.
was saying he'd be like him and Superboy could clash between who should be the next Superman in the next movie of Rise of Superman or Rise of the Superman.
Mm.
So Steel, Cyborg
Because still,
Superman.
you got like a bunch of 17-year-olds running around with a dude that looks 30 and is
You got a
chiseled as
point.
all fuck.
You got a
You
point.
know what I mean? Like
You got a point.
it's a weird motif for Teen Titans.
You got a
Like,
point. You got a point. All right, fine. He joins the Justice League. That's
how
fine.
about instead of Shazam, you throw in Superboy Prime, but nobody knows he's Superboy Prime, and then that's when you
Ugh!
lead into the Infinite Crisis.
Oh my god, I was gonna have like that Superman you were talking about earlier from the bad Superman movie beat Superboy Prime. But anyway, we're not there yet. So I was gonna have Rise of the Superman, Steel, Cyborg Superman, Superboy, Bizarro from Star Labs, and Shazam
Yeah.
are in conflict to become the next Superman. Wonder Woman, Ra's al Ghul, and Batman and Green Arrow break into the Fortress of Solitude to find any DNA to use in a Lazarus pit, but they actually find him under a Yellow Sun generator. And then, and the same way the comic does with Black Superman with long mullet hair defeating Cyborg Superman.
Right, right.
Yeah, like that. That's kind of what I
Little
would do.
unbelievable that Batman will need race there. Like,
Uh,
there's no reason.
Raish like makes a deal like I want to come with you or whatever. Like it's something where he's the one knows how it works. I don't know. Yeah, you can write your way out of a paper bag of why he needs to be there, but he's the
Yeah,
one
I'm
that
just
causes
warning you.
problems.
You gotta make it believable because
Yeah,
like literally, there's no reason. The only time ever they would work together is if either like Talia got kidnapped and they were working this. They both loved her. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Or Race was blackmailing him into doing something. It'd have to be a pretty goddamn good blackmail.
I was gonna
Usually,
say
it's
that
somebody kidnapped from Bruce's side, but you
he
can't kidnap a Robin to do this.
he would be
Batman
guarding
would do
the
it.
he would be guarding the location of the next Lazarus pit or whatever, like one that wasn't like obliterated that Batman didn't know about. And he's like, I'll give you the location, but you have to take me along. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my thought. I just put it in there.
See it. It could be something like I sold a Lazarus pit to one of your arch enemies. I'll tell you where it's at and who I sold it to if you do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that. Oh, that's my son. Hold on, buddy. Daddy's still in the middle of something.
Hey, Bowtie.
Yeah. Bob Girl says hi. G'day.
Hi.
Honey, you're ripping stuff, so stop.
All right. So the next one is. Oh my God, he's so cute. Sorry, I got distracted there for a minute.
You're fine.
The next one, the final one in Phase 5 is Justice League Infinite Crisis, where it's the Anti-Monitor is trying to collapse the current universes, and basically Superboy Prime is kind of like the Silver Surfer herald to it.
Wrong.
Nah. Come on, that's actually kind of what happens.
No, you're mixing up the first and the second one, though. Crisis on Infinite Earths was the first one. That's the big Anti-Monitor.
Yeah.
The first time he shows up. I guess you're right. In the second one, he does show up again,
Yeah.
but it's not... He's not the bad. He's just an element.
Yeah, and that's kind of what
Yeah.
I'm going for. And this way, we can have other people who
Because
played
Infinite
DC
Crisis
characters
is
show up.
trying to rewrite the first Crisis ending. The
Yeah.
first one is why their Earth got erased,
Right.
but they hid away and watched the entire time as this reboot. So Crisis on Infinite was Superboy Prime. Superboy Prime is fueled off seeing the Anti-Monitor kill their world the first time. As I explain all this, you can literally just skip to Infinite Crisis and
Exactly.
explain his motives anyways as the origin of the
And he can-
Anti-Monitor. So it works though, yeah.
And you can use, like, the various actors who've played these people in the past, like, come together as well. That's kind of what I was going for here. Like, Superboy
If you do
Prime.
Infinite Crisis, you have to do the whole old Superman
Right.
trying to convince Bruce, and Bruce being like, "What about Dick Grayson?" And then even after that, when
Yeah.
every single superhero on the planet is scattered doing shit, like they've all been tied up in other shit. After Batman says all that, he calls Dick to the cave and he's like, "I need you to collect all the heroes. I need you to save the world because I'm busy doing this, and you're the only one I can trust."
Yeah.
And then as he's like, "Yeah, I'll do that," he runs away and Bruce stops. Like, there's very few moments like this, you know what I mean? And you only get it with Grayson. You never get it with like Todd or.
Wait, I wouldn't
Drake.
have Todd be there at this point.
He
Like,
fucking-
you'd be
he
doing
says-
something else.
He's like, "Dick, wait," and he stops and he turns. She's like, "Yeah, what's up, Bruce?" He's like, "I forgot the early years. They were good for you, right?" And he just does that fucking cheesy ass. He's like, "They were the best," and he runs off. Like, that was so good.
Yes.
And then that's what gives Batman the motivation to save everything, because he was about to just let it all go to shit. You know what I mean?
That
And
could
then
totally
you
be
get
in here.
fucking Nightwing, Superboy, our Superboy, the good one,
Yeah.
and Wonder Girl, all at the Anti-Monitor's husk.
Yes.
Those three versus Superboy, and the whole thing is all the people we know are gone. It's the second generation. You know what I mean? The kids are stepping up to save that. And that scene where Superboy is flying straight at Nightwing, screaming at him, "You're just a fucking human. What are you planning to do?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "What I always do, stop the bad guy." And he's staying his ground, just doing it. And then fucking all of a sudden, just Superboy comes in and saves him. Like, it's so good. Grayson never fucking moved. Like, it's what you do.
It's yeah. Basically, I have a note here that says fan service nonstop. So all of that you said
The
would
Crisis and the wars, the big ones, you got
Yeah.
to. It's all about that. You got to pepper it in.
Just all of it. And this also can any plot holes caused by the New 52 thing bring it all in line again to Golden Age and New 52. Keep Dick Grayson first Robin for you, my guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I can't believe that's the meme of this whole discussion.
Do you not understand though? Do you not understand? Like, everybody always talks about, the Golden Age back with Batman and Superman, and how
my
those
gosh.
two were like the biggest one. Robin was there for
I
every
know.
fucking issue.
I know.
He was the kid on Batman's side.
I
He grew
know.
up with him. He's on first name basis with Superman.
Yes, I know.
Told that you gave it to Jason Todd, you bastard.
No, Jason Todd died. He died.
He always died. Don't use that as an excuse.
Died. Okay, he died. All right, we're in the final stretch, Phase 6. All right, we're almost done. 6 more movies. Okay.
Okay.
You good? You powering
I'm
through?
good.
You're good. All right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Phase 6 starts with Superman ends. Lois is killed by Scarecrow, and that sends Superman on the rampage. Basically, kind of,
Oh, you're just going full injustice, huh? Okay.
Well, that's the twist. In the end, we don't go full injustice. That's the twist. But what did I write here? Killing every living villain that's been shown so far. Like we're kind of doing a big cleanup of like who we're no longer going to be using because it's the
I
end.
know, but if
Yeah,
Superman's killing him, he still went full injustice. Like it,
yeah,
whether or not he killed the one that actually killed Lois is
yeah.
kind of the mute point here. It's whether or not he's killing.
Yes, and the only ones
So
he's missing so far are Amanda Waller and Lex Luthor. They request Batman and Wonder Woman's assistance. Batman makes a kryptonite MacGuffin. That's what I wrote. All right. They can take down Superman, and Wonder Woman has to deliver it. Superman is taken down but not killed, and he goes into hiding because the final battle nearly wipes out his home state of Kansas off the map. And he renounces the title of Superman to Superboy. Like, he gives it to Superboy.
yeah.
And that's kind of like we walk him off for a bit.
I mean, I'm okay with it. Whatever.
Yeah, and this is kind of like, we made him like big blue Boy Scout, and this is the movie that like brings him to the ground, and like now we can do Dark Superman since we got all that out of our system.
And stepping on my earlier comment about it's really hard to do a Superman movie without kryptonite. Injustice was amazing at
Yeah,
fucking throwing ways at Superman to fuck him up.
yeah,
Like gods and fucking
Yeah.
Plastic Man, for Christ's sake.
dude, Plastic Man.
I was
Jesus
so
Christ.
like, no, that's so true though. Like you see it in the Marvel side where they hype up Mr. Fantastic, or AKA the creator.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
if you have that plastic body, it's pretty much fucking endless. So it was genius to see that be the one person Superman was scared of. I was like, hell yeah.
it
Dig it.
makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah, it does. It really does.
then it could be like, they use Plastic Man in this instead of a kryptonite. I just wrote Kryptonite MacGuffin because I'm like, I don't thing that happens could be Plastic Man. That's actually great because I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, he could like, what is he gonna do? Like you rip him in half, he just melds together again. Like
Yeah.
you can't stop him. You can
It's-
contain him if you're at best. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Next,
But then he's got the whole grifter fucking criminal vibe. He can outsmart you.
yes, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. I think that'd be the Kryptonite MacGuffin would be Plastic Man. Next movie is Wonder Woman Aquaman Alliance. This is the movie where they tie the knot in the war that happens because of it and why they can't be together. So, yeah.
Because he has scales.
Yeah, something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want this to be the big war movie that breaks these two up. Next one is Black Lantern Corps. Each corp has to get together and unite to fight the Black Lanterns, and they create a White Lantern in Hal Jordan.
Yeah, but you better fucking do that one right. Black Lantern is one of my favorite storylines
Oh my
ever.
god.
So good.
Well, we just killed off a bunch of villains. Who guess what all these zombies coming back
That's
to be?
not that no one cares about that. Well, it's going to be hard to do in your version because I don't know how much of the heroes have died. The whole thing was heroes.
I would say, you know what?
Seeing dead people, heroes come back to life was it. It was so good. Or loved ones like Donna Troy's husband and dead kid come back.
Yes.
And that fucks with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the best part is like Superman gets taken over because he's already died. It came back.
That could,
You know what I mean?
That could be like
that
the
was a
big
good one.
end.
It's like
yeah.
Superman, Diana, and Hal all got black ringed because they had died previously. That was so good.
That
was one of the ones I went week to week to the comic book store to pick up. I've only done that with that, Civil War, World War Hulk.
I
I think that might be it.
I haven't read Black Lantern in years, but I remember it being fantastic. And like
It's so good.
For me, it's like we've killed a lot of people here, and if Superman ends, we could take out a few heroes as well, and that could, be part of that. Black Lanterns are just kind of like another one of those showcase things, but this is kind of like
in Black Lantern, you could literally kill any hero you want and turn him into a Black Lantern during the movie because at the very end, when the White Lantern's created, the heroes come back to life, even some that have been dead for years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a complete wipe. So you literally during the movie you can kill anybody you want.
Can have like a flashback all the way to the first Green Lantern movie where he was in the Korean War and like some of his army buddies come back from the dead.
Oh no, Lois comes back as a Black Lantern. Superman has to join in.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, Lois gets revived and now Superman's back.
Yeah. No.
That's normal comic book at least.
Yeah, but no, because of
no, you do what you want. I'm just my mind goes straight what a
that
comic would do.
That would be good if I didn't have something I was going to do with Superman later.
No.
Next movie is Batman Beyond. Okay. Anyway, next movie is Flash Lightspeed. There's no reason to explain Batman Beyond. Like,
yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's more of like If you're doing that, you're basically giving up on the main continuity with Batman.
Not really, because these
You
are
can't do Batman stories after Batman Beyond because
there's
once
one.
Batman Beyond's there, okay, Dark Knight Returns,
Nope,
but
there's one
still,
after.
it's like,
There's one.
how? He's supposed to be old, and the only reason Batman Beyond exists is because Bruce can't do his job. He's too old.
Exactly. And
So
by this point in the story, Bruce is the most aged out of all the characters because he's not a god. He's a guy.
yeah, I guess that's what I
Yeah.
meant by you've given up on the main continuity is what I mean because
Yeah.
if Batman's not there, then you know what I mean.
But this could also be used to spin off a Batman Beyond series as well, whatever that means. But don't worry, we're not totally giving up. Next one was kind of a hint of what the final movie will be. This is Flash Lightspeed. Flash must take down Reverse Flash, Black Flash, and hold the Speed Force together. In the end, he can't stop moving or the Speed Force will unravel. He becomes the Speed Force. He can't stop moving. At all. He never can
Kind
stop
of what
moving.
happened to Barry, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when Barry saved the world for the first Crisis on Infinite Earths, he had to run so fast or do something where he basically killed himself to save everything.
Yeah,
And that's when he went back to become the lightning bolt to create himself.
right.
And then he was just in a continuous loop. He was the Speed Force at that point. He wasn't a person.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Now, the next movie is the final movie. Like, this is it. This is, like, I would, if I was the studio exec, I'd give up.
Mistake where you are. This is it.
Yeah, I would give up the reins and give it to, like, the next people. The final movie is Kingdom Come. Have you ever read that?
Of course, I fucking read that.
Yeah, now you see why I couldn't bring Lois back. And why having Batman
yeah.
Beyond is okay. So, like, because
I mean, Batman Beyond wasn't in this.
no, but Bruce was, and if you set up Batman Beyond, that means Bruce is old as hell. Terry McGinnis could just be leading those robots, mostly, like, as one of the
Yeah,
people.
but to my own argument here, if
Yeah.
Batman Beyond existed in this, Batman would be sitting in the cave telling Terry which side to pick because he was the Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird.
But then you can have Terry McGinnis disagree, join Superman's side, and that's when Batman gets in the mech suit to fight Superman. So, that could be one thing. Instead of having Red Robin join Superman, they have Terry McGinnis, Batman do that.
At least Dick Grayson was in that.
I mean, he was.
He was Red Robin.
Yeah. So, like, I'm just saying, this would be the final one, and the Batman would die of old age, and Superman.
And Starfire had a kid. It was cool.
It was hot.
Nightfire.
Yeah. But I don't know, because I never set up Spectre. I was thinking Deadman who could be like the weird Spectre character talking to, or could even be Constantine, who's passed because it's been years. It's like far future nonsense, something like that. Yeah.
I mean, you could introduce the Spectre just randomly in the Constantine movie. He doesn't have to be anything important, just enough to get his name out there, and then you could use him here if you really wanted to.
Yeah, something like that.
A Deadman would work, yeah.
I just cut myself wide open. Ow.
Damn. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, but that's it. How'd you like it?
I dug it, except for the big thing. You know what big thing I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say it by name. You already know. I've made it pretty clear throughout this entire night. Outside of that, I like it.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think this is better than what James Gunn thought of?
Oh, come on. That's not fair. He didn't go into detail. He just dropped title names.
Oh, how dare you?
I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I love what you've got going on, trust me. And it's probably better than his. But to give the man credit, everything he said, aside from the titles he picked, like the Authority.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I know who the Authority. It's like, as far as I remember, the Authority is like DC's version of an Ultimate Universe. It's just grittier.
Yeah, it's
different
dumb.
names.
It's dumb.
And then the fucking Commando Squad, the Howling Commandos version, DC's version or whatever. That'll be interesting. But come on, why are you digging so far out grabbing so far out the box?
It's
you have so many titles to work with here. Why are you stretching?
He wants to be edgy, and that's
right. But I love the structure he laid out.
Yes,
everybody setting up continuity. Fucking having people from other movies in other movies, having the same voice actors in cartoons, making them transition from TV to series to movies, all the same actors, all the same storylines. Just I hate that shit up. I totally am down for all of that.
Yeah,
But he's got to
100%.
prove it with the stuff he puts out now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
But
that.
if he can make it feel connected and actually do what he implied, I'm 100% for that. Because that's that and them trying to cram too many storylines in a single fucking movie are my two biggest gripes about DC.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Like the animated universe is fucking perfect. You know what I mean? They still fuck shit up, but like I said, I'm used to them fucking shit up based on the comics. So like I can accept that. It's all if it's a good story, if I have fun watching it, if you don't fuck the worst things up like Jason Todd, then I'm down, you know.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, that was episode 1, and I have to really take a piss. So
Me too, actually.
yeah, okay, we'll just end it here. I'm gonna hit end. I'll go follow us on Twitch, Blacktie Black Suit, and Papa Curl.
Yep, and thank you for having me, by the way. This has been awesome.
Yeah. We'll hit you up for a date for the next time, but you pick the topic.
Absolutely. I've got a couple in mind, but I'll narrow it down. No spoilers.
All right. Good night, Papa.